down a few more. If he has time, fires one that targets him off, and he's through. Inside the 15 of the Panthers. What is up, everybody? We are turning the page to that team in New York who actually won 4 Super Bowls, the New York Giants. When we come back, and we have a special guest. Stick around.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new role of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
W Energy drink. Need a little pick-me-up? Get the dub with W Energy drink. Like my man Color says, all smash, no crash. Use the link below. Click on it, and you automatically get your 10% off. Or if you go to the website, use TFTG for your 10% off your first purchase. And, of course, we can't forget the Backrooms collection, artwork for your artwork, wherever you want to put it. Your business, your living room, anywhere. Great gift ideas, especially with the holidays coming up just around the corner. And also visors for your mini helmets. They make the little mini helmets pop. If you have some that are autographed, they look real cool. So use the hashtag TFTG for 10% off your first purchase. And then we have the lineup. We have El Capitan, Color, and Ali, doing their thing in the morning. Myself, Lewis, and Crypto, we're doing the drive time and the smoke lounges. We also have KP Fantasy Football every Saturday. And can't forget my fellow Gator brother, Mr. Tunk himself. Tunk TMI Tuesdays. Great show. We talk about everything football and pretty much anything sports related. So with that being said, let me, like I previewed before, let me welcome my special guest, man of the hour. He's a guy I grew up with, so he's a fan of the Cowboys, and I want to ask him about the Giants, and being that he's they say an enemy of our enemy is a friend. So here we go. With that being said, before we do ask that, let me welcome Color and Lewis. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing, man? Thank you for coming up. Appreciate you, as
What's
always.
up, Shake? Hey, yeah, enemy of
What
our
up, what
enemy
up?
is our friend until Christmas Eve.
Yeah, exactly. What's going on? So, remember we were telling me about the Golden State Warriors and the Dolphins correlation earlier today?
Yeah, I was saying that how it's the system, it's the culture that no matter what the players they bring in is going to always bring in, like you look at what the Dolphins used to do. They used to bring in people because of their names. The guy's a free agent, and it's kind of like what the Heat does too. But Pat Riley would only get one big time major guy, and he did it with Shaq, he did it with LeBron, and Jimmy Butler. He's really not that big time name like those guys were, but he is big enough. So and he all those guys, they kind of just fit the system. Not except Shaq. Shaq was just lazy, but Pat Riley just wanted a big guy in the middle, so it worked out for him. And the same thing when LeBron, where everybody knows LeBron tried to run the show down here, and Pat Riley had to let it be known, like, no, we don't, get rid of dudes because you want to.
Yeah.
So you just going to deal with it. So he did it, and he orchestrated Cleveland and everything else he did after that. So, but then like I was saying about the Golden State Warriors and how they look at how they build their team. No matter what they like, they're gonna always have the same thing, no matter what. Only because of the play style of Steve Kerr, which he just perfected it because of the talent that's there. Because, like I mentioned, that the Orlando Magic was the original Golden State Warriors team that was Dwight in the middle, and they had shooters around them. So,
Yeah. So
Golden State just did it better because they had better shooters.
yeah, and you know what? Another correlation. And TD brought this up, and I agree with him. The Golden State Warriors going to have the Heat. The number. Who's the coach? Who's their coach now?
Who? Golden State?
Yeah.
Steve Kerr.
Oh, Steve Kerr. Yeah. Apparently, it wasn't Steve Kerr who built that team, but he just benefited from the team that was already built, and that's kind of how Brian Flores kind of built this team, and now McDaniels is benefiting from the talent. Almost, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the offense is different with you guys now from what Flores had before. I mean, with the speedy receivers on the outside and stuff like that. And that kind of helps Tua out, compared to what he had before when Flores was here. So, but defensively, I mean, I don't know what to say. What about you guys' defense? Is a little kind of suspect a little bit. But you guys have, the Giants this week, so it should be interesting. I mean, I know you're not gonna let Danny Dimes do anything spectacular. Don't let him get a name off you guys.
Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
So what you thinking? So what you think, Lewis, of this game so far? Why don't you get your thoughts on our chance on the Giants?
Yeah, this to me, I mean, how can I say it being polite to the Giants? I mean, the Giants are awful. Like, they got 3 points offensively at home. I seen a crazy stat that the New York Giants have 46 points total this season in 4 games. Right?
Damn.
28 of those, I believe, came in the second half against Arizona. So in the other, like 8 quarters, they have a total of 15 points. Like, what are we talking about here? If the Miami Dolphins struggle with the New York Giants at the Rock, with the heat, with the environment of being at home, with the comfortability of everybody sleeping in their own beds, like, bro, this shouldn't be a game. Like, I don't give a damn if you could have 5 Liam Eichenbergs on the offensive line. And in my opinion, you should still be able to beat the New York Football Giants. So, I mean, Shake, that I'm trying to be as respectful as I can with the Giants. There's no possible way I believe the New York Giants should make this a game. But I'll tell you one thing, Shake, and I'll end it with this. If they do make it a game, or for God forbid, the Miami Dolphins lose a game like this to the New York Giants, this fan base, you might as well bring out the pitchforks now. You better be prepared next week for addresses to be dropped, because people are going to want to fight each other if that happens. So I'm pre-warning everybody now. But no, Shake, again,
the
long
good
story
part
short,
about the good part about that, Lewis, is if we do lose, it don't matter if it's big or small. We will have a lot of problems to identify, will we not?
1,000%.
And I don't think there's anybody out there that will be pushing back on anybody leveling any criticism. So, you know, the thing of it is, man, if you want to call that taking a victory lap for those who are negative, fine, whatever you want to call it. But the thing of it is, I could actually accept a loss here, given the way the last couple of weeks have transpired. I could accept a 45-42 loss if, let's say, the Giants finally gathered themselves and played like a respectable football team and caught us off guard. I could accept that. What I cannot accept is getting out physical by this team, or outsmarted, or out coached. You know what I mean? Like, if we're just not able to get our stuff right, and we're still doing our thing, and they just compete, and obviously we've got issues on defense that they could exploit. And if all that happened and they got right on us and won by 3, I could stomach that. I cannot accept getting out physical by the Giants like we did the Bills last week.
Yeah,
and that's why I love this great network, this platform, and everything TFTG stands about. Because I'm not here to debate anything Color said. That's his opinion. He has every right to that. And I listen. That's what makes TFTG great. There's no way in hell I can accept a loss to the New York. For me, there's no way in hell I can accept a loss from the New York Giants. There's no way in hell.
Yeah.
Because
now, don't get me wrong. Even in a respectable loss, Lewis, that don't mean I'm going to be peaches and cream. I'm just saying, like, things happen. You know what I mean? We've obviously that's happened to us in the past anyway, and it really wouldn't speak necessarily to what type of team we are if it was respectable. But out physical, bro, by the Giants, or outsmarted or out coached, no.
Well, I think for me, the only reason I said it would be unacceptable to me and I wouldn't be able to swallow it is because, and Color's heard this, Shake Money's heard this, Man of the Hour, I don't know if you've ever heard me say this, but this was the first year that I came out on these platforms and I said, the way Miami gets from 9-8 to 12-4 or 12-5, 13-4 is you beat up on the teams that you're supposed to beat up, right? If you don't do that this weekend, because obviously everybody knows Miami is the better, superior team than the Giants. If that's not the case, then what have I been fighting with all these people for this whole offseason?
Yeah.
Because if we lose to the Giants, all you're telling me is you're basically a 9-8 football team. That's what you are.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why it would be unacceptable to me, because I put my neck on the line and said,
defensive problems or not, if we lose to the Giants this week, our offense is a fraud.
Everything would be a fraud.
There is no way, even with half execution level, that the Giants could keep up with us in scoring. So if we lose
agree.
because of lack of points, our offense is a fraud. That's just all there is to it.
Hey, by the way,
this team is a fraud.
By the way, I had some before we get to the press conferences. I want us to dissect this press conference because I have some questions, and I'm glad that you guys are up here. Let's give a shout out to the people who make this show possible, like my man Dolphinier, John Featherland, Jeff Jew, Joe Rist, Mark, Michael K, Flavor J in the building. Josh Allen is the next Carson Wentz. We got Steve Cuff. We got V21. Triple S Sport Podcast. What's up? Daniel Jones Sports Highlights. Roger Goodell's Burner. And I can't forget Mr. Polk and Steve Rose. So here we go. I'm gonna play the press conference, and like I said, like Color says, if we didn't mention you, you're the most special one, right?
That's right.
Well, I just think our whole defense, overall hadn't been as productive. And, I think when overall, speaking specifically about last week, it affects everybody. So, when the unit as a whole is not playing up to snuff, both coaching and playing, I think it affects everybody.
You look back at the decision to not shadow Stephon Diggs, it was obvious that the Bills, were kind of exploiting that and putting Diggs on the coat. Looking back, would you have done anything differently with that?
We gave Diggs a lot of attention, obviously, and not enough, as far as schematically. In hindsight, maybe, but I really don't feel bad about that decision. I mean, I have confidence in Cater, and it didn't work out. But the second guessing is justified.
By the way, shout out to my man Greg and Q. They just snuck in. What do you think? Did you think it was justified? What he just said, guys?
I thought he kind of took ownership of it. I mean, he did say, coaches and players failed. He didn't exclude himself. And he's sitting here admitting that in hindsight, he trusted Cater, but in hindsight, it just didn't work out,
Do you have confidence in X in terms of what he's capable of and what he's done throughout his career? Last year was an issue with injuries, but performance. Do you feel like he can shadow elite receivers?
Yeah, I think he's definitely a candidate for that.
How ready, I know I ask you this a lot because I'm a Cam Smith guy, but how ready do you think Cam Smith is now?
He just has to keep improving in practice. We've been giving him a fair amount of reps, relative to his position. And, we just need to keep seeing consistent progress.
Is the plan?
So let me ask you all this. Game reps aren't the same as practice reps. So I think the one thing that's kind of screwing him up is probably the same thing that's going to screwed up Noah is the fact that we have such a good team that he can't get those physical reps because he's going to get burnt. A lot of cornerbacks at the end of the day, good or bad, there's a lot of good cornerbacks that develop, they get burnt in the beginning and with game reps and not practice reps. So would you think that's the case here? Or he just doesn't think he's ready right now?
For who? For what player?
For Cam Smith.
I don't. That's the only thing I'm not going to put on Coach Fangio. I think we just have a problem in the organization to play our young kids. Like A-Chain is getting run because A-Chain, that talent is undeniable. But
yeah,
I've said it before, like Cam Smith is a second-round pick for a reason. He had a first-round grade on him. We never heard anything about abilities when he was coming out of the draft or anything like that. It might have been some maturity issues or whatever. But I trust Color's eyes. I trust Ali's eyes. I trust other people in this fan base's eyes that went to training camp. We seen nothing but Cam Smith just making plays every time he was out there. Now, is Cam Smith not going to get beat? Yes, he will get beat. Guess what? Cater Cole will get beat. Xavier Ramsey has got beat. Xavier Howard will get beat. If you play that position, you're going to get beat. I think it's, if I'm going to be honest, it's malpractice that we haven't seen Cam Smith in 4 weeks. It is. I'm sorry. If you're drafted in the first or second round, I believe you should have some kind of impact in your football team. And don't tell me that impact is coming on 4 special team plays a game. That's bullshit. So, yeah, to answer your question, Shay, I'm not going to put that on Fangio. I just think, and again, it's not. That's why I didn't even mention McDaniel. I just think it's the Dolphin organization. They're fundamentally, we have seen this for years now. Our draft picks just don't get on the field in year one. They just don't do it. So,
yeah, last year, if it wasn't for the fact that we were down to our third string quarterback, Skylar Thompson wouldn't have made the field.
Bro, Eric Itakama didn't see the field. Shannon Tyndall didn't see the field. And for all the people that tell me that Jerome Baker is trash, okay, I'm tired of debating that with you. He's trash. Why not put Shannon Tyndall out there? Can he be any worse? How can you be any worse than trash? Is all I'm saying. Okay, if Jerome Baker's trash and we put in Shannon Tyndall and he ends up to be trash, I mean, what the hell is the damn difference at this point?
Yeah. Well, it's like what Color said about Myles Gaskin. If you think Myles Gaskin is trash and he beat out the other running backs that you were pushing the table for, what does that make them?
And also Cameron Good. We keep the guy, we protect the guy on the practice squad for 2 years straight. We call him up 3 times this year and then sign him to the 53 because we can't call him up anymore. Obviously, they believe in him enough to do that. He can't make a tackle. He can't get in the game and show our veterans how to make a tackle.
Yep.
Exactly, Color. And that's the point I was making. Like, if our veterans are trash and they can't make a tackle, well, might as well let our young guys that are trash not make tackles. At least you get to see them and see what they are. Like, what are we going to do?
I'm so glad you put it that way, Lewis. That was the way that I haven't been able to come up with to express what I mean. Exactly, bro. What's the difference if a second-year player out there trash not making a tackle, or if it's Jerome Baker? Oh, that's right. Jerome Baker's got the best smile on the team. I get it.
Yeah, and he's looking for his mama, so that's probably why. Anthony wants to know, why do you guys think there's a fundamental issue with our organization not wanting to play younger players?
Well, I was thinking earlier when Lewis just said it, maybe that's just our MO. It's kind of like complaining that your company pays you bi-weekly instead of weekly. Ain't much you can really do about it. It's just a policy, I guess.
To keep Cater inside. I know that late in the game, you guys, keep him outside. I know late in the game you moved him inside, and I think Kelvin and Joseph went outside. What is the plan for Cater to stay on the outside full time?
We're still looking at all the different combinations.
But you know what's funny? I'll let him finish. They brought in that player when he said they moved him to outside. Chris Greer specifically said he got him because he wanted a slot guy. He wanted him for the slot, and they put him on the boundary. It's interesting.
So obviously, we've had a few of them here early in the season, and we're looking for the right one. So we've been practicing it a couple ways.
Tackling issues on Sunday, is that something that needs to be coached better here? Is that?
Yeah, it definitely needs to be coached better, and I think we need to focus on the tackling more so, especially in certain situations. I think sometimes we
don't say.
Too ball conscious and not tackle conscious.
There was a drive, I think the Bills' third scoring drive, where Jerome Baker wasn't in at all. And I think Duke went in. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, we had planned to give Duke some reps during the game, and that was the series we did it to begin with.
And then in terms of Brandon Jones and his first start, he played exclusively deep, it felt like, and Javon played a lot in the box. It seemed like a reversal of what we've seen over the years with those two. What was kind of the reason for exclusively keeping Brandon deep?
It's more so the particular defenses we were in and versus certain formations, how it worked out. It's not totally by design.
Vic, I have a sort of a big picture question for you, and I asked similar question to Jalen Phillips yesterday in terms of how far along the defensive players are toward growth.
He really didn't answer that question, did he? About why he put Brandon.
He answered it as backward. It wasn't by design, but it was part of the scheme. Like, what the hell is this old man talking about?
and you know what's funny? He was talking about. I liked how and that was the guy from he was on Stephen D's channel, Uyefusie. He asked a question. He says, "Hey, when the previous years it was the other way around. You had Brandon Jones, who's more of a strong safety, and Holland
in the box. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like saying, "Yeah, we've landed, but everything's up in the air."
Mm-hmm. Well, it kind of reminded me of this is one thing I hated about Chan Gailey is he made the speed guys, like the little speed guys, go up the middle, and the big guys sweep to the right. I'm like, isn't that the opposite? Shouldn't you make the power guys go up and the speed guys go right? You know what I mean? Like do sweeps.
I don't know. I think we have a dud on our hands. That's what I think.
Grasping what you want out of them and the scheme that you've applied. And he said he couldn't give a percentage, but it's still in progress. It's not quite there. What would you say?
Well, I think it should be there. Obviously, we've been up and down with our performances, too good, too not good. But it should be there. I don't think that's a reason for the two games that we didn't play as well as we needed to.
Stop it right there, Shake.
What would you attribute?
Right there. First comment, he said, well, it should be. They asked him specifically about a certain player saying they're not where they need to be. His answer was, well, it should be. That right there, that's not taking accountability. That right there is a shot at the players saying that the players are not executing. Let's move on. Then he said, what was it? Oh, man, I just had it.
All right, I'll rewind it. I'll rewind it. I can rewind it.
Just a couple seconds. It was right after he said, it should be.
The two games that we didn't play as well as we needed.
Oh, there it is, right there.
So
he said they have Shake. He said they had too good, too bad. It's funny you say that, right? The New England Patriots is one of the good games. New England scored 17. Who the fuck up on here on this panel is scared of New England's offense?
I mean, Devontae Parker.
Exactly. You talking about Mac Jones that just got benched? You talking about those guys with no weapons? You talking about Mike Gesicki, who everybody told me is trash? You talking about that team? That's number one. And then number two, Denver. Denver's 1-3. They don't scare nobody. The fact of the matter is, for this man to sit up here
in fairness, we held them to 13 points on offense, and they have actually in the other games they played put up some points. Just saying.
Okay, that's fine. I'll give them that one game then. If we want to be fair like that, I'll give them that one game. The fact of the matter is, I keep saying it. I didn't hire Vic Fangio for the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. I hired him to go stop the Los Angeles Chargers. I hired him to go stop the Buffalo Bills. And in those two games, 34 points and 48 points.
Okay.
Don't sit up here with no cocky arrogance and tell me you're 2-2 and we had two good games and two bad ones.
I could argue that are the two worst games for player fundamental performance though too, bro.
Hey, by the way, real quick, Louis,
reason.
I'm gonna do an exercise with you, okay, Louis? Usually when I do when me and Crypto we do Insomnia our pick'ems, I do it off the ESPN app, right? And the ESPN app gives us the first thing you see is the leading passer, the leading rusher, and the leading receiver on each team. Name a team real quick. A good team.
A good team, the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, 49ers. Okay. 49ers. All right. Brandon Ayuk with 320 yards, 2 touchdowns. One more team.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
All right. Where are they? Their leading receiver is A.J. Brown, 414 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, if I go to New England, right? Where's New England? And both those teams I mentioned, they had wide receivers, right? Here, you click on New England. Their leading receiver is 17 receptions, 176 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's their tight end, Hunter Henry.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the point, Shake. Like I get it. We can say, yeah, those 2 games were good against very lesser opponents, but are they really though? Like again, who's scared of the New England Patriots? It's funny that nobody during the Patriot Week, Shake, right? Color, myself, everybody included. The only thing we were scared about going into New England was Bill Belichick and that defense that he was going to present against our offense. Nobody talked about the New England offense scaring this team. But now Vic Fangio wants to come out and say, "Oh, it was a good game by our defense." Yeah, because everybody that plays New England has a good game against that offense. What are we talking about here?
Ask my man, my buddy, man of the hour, how that offense did against the Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What did that offense do against the Dallas Cowboys?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. You think Dallas going into that week last week? You think Dallas sat there and Dan Quinn and Micah Parsons and them were like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to stop this offense?" Hell, fuck no. They didn't give a shit. I don't know. I just think this guy is arrogant. I think this guy is stubborn. And the reason I'm going so hard, again, I'm not calling for Vic Fangio's job, but the reason I'm going in so hard is I thought around here in these parts of Miami, I thought we didn't like an arrogant, stubborn kind of coach. I thought that wasn't allowed in our locker room. I thought everybody had to be.
Damn.
I thought everybody had to be, positive and going to the quarterback's house and having barbecues and kissing babies and smacking asses. That's what I thought we were doing here.
Even Roger Goodell's agreeing with you. Yeah, for once in your life. That's funny. All right, let's continue.
You attribute some of the communication issues to, or do you think that that's been a major issue on the?
No, I don't think the communication's been a problem.
Vic, now that we're 4 games into the season, does scouting change? You have video of this season as opposed to maybe preconceived notions from training camp. But you know what works for your opponent. They know what works for you. Is scouting a little more advanced now at this point of the season?
What do you mean by scouting?
Well, I mean the video review of your opponent. You know what their tendencies are. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's still kind of early. And the coaching staff there in New York, in this instance, we've gone against in the past. So there's a history there to a certain degree. So, I mean, you look at everything that you can in preparation for the game.
Are you at the point now where you're considering any personnel changes? Obviously, you played Duke ride a little more last week. Just in general, are you considering any others?
No, nothing earth-shattering.
With the front line, in terms of you use kind of a light box where it's the mostly pass rushers and then 2 defensive tackles. I don't know if you're a 3-4 front or not, just because of how little you use 3 defensive linemen down. Is there any concern regarding stopping the run when you go that light?
No, one of the reasons we're in so much nickel is what you're saying is, that's the way the game's been played a lot. The teams are putting 3 wideouts out there. So you're playing a lot of nickel, and which is no different than for all teams that are a 3-4 base. You end up playing more nickel. I know that doesn't answer your question, but it's more what the offenses are doing more so than what we're doing.
What has surprised you looking at the overall body of work through the first 4 games?
We've just been inconsistent. and not in one position per se, inconsistent.
And one thing I could say about Belichick is teams got to scheme more for his defense than the other way around. You know what I mean?
Look at Josh Allen is the next
Carson Wentz.
Look at his comment right there, and you tell me if he's correct or not.
Which one? This
the
one?
No. It's the one that says Fangio looks like he could care less. Yep, that one right there. Just listen to him. Just look at him. You know what? Let me go on mute.
Yeah.
As if their agenda is completely different than ours for this season.
Right. Like he looks like he has no care in the world. Like it's okay. It's the player's fault. We got to get better. Like we'll do this. We're probably like.
There you go. Listen, I got paid $8 million to move to Miami. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, exactly.
I know it's only one practice back for Nick Needham, but have you thought at all of what he can provide once he is ready to go?
Not yet. This yesterday was the first time he's been on the field since I've been here. So, I mean, he's got some work to do coming off that injury, coming off a full year of inactivity. So, I mean, hopefully he tells me he feels good. We'll see how he does the rest of this week and into next week.
I appreciate you, Steve
What was
Rose.
the players' reaction
Damn right we
in
are.
response to the performance on Sunday? How have you seen them bounce back and
Thank you
prepare
much.
for improving things and making corrections?
Oh, I think the reaction was what you would expect, the combination of disappointment, pride is hurt, upset, everything rolled up into one.
You have a game such as catered last week. Do you have a general rule on how you address it, or is it case by case? Like, would you talk to Cater, or would you have a position coach talk to him, or does it kind of depend on the player?
Well, the position coach, they always communicate, but we review every play, every team period and every game rep. We watch as an entire unit, and we make our corrections there and talk to them then.
One more Wilkins Davis Sealer question, Vic. Obviously, stopping the run is paramount with defensive line and defensive tackles. How important is generating more pass rush from that group to you?
It's important. Everybody that's rushing the passer, that's part of your job description. And, we need, they need to do a better job of that. We need to do a better job of getting them in those positions.
Last time the defense had such a poor performance week 1 against the Chargers, had a nice bounce back week 2 against the Patriots. Are you looking for a similar sort of rebound in that way? And do you hope you can get some more consistency eventually?
That's the plan. But
against a team that has 46 points in 4 games,
competing. But hopefully we'll bounce back and play better.
What can the linebackers as a group do better?
Just be consistent, be where you're needed, where you're supposed to be, and be more consistent.
Twice, Mike McDaniel has said he thought the defense, some players have tried to do more than their 111. How do you convince players to stay within the scheme and trust the scheme?
Just show them the examples, of when you do it right, what happens, and when you do it wrong, what happens.
What's funny is, again, I hate to bring up Flores, but he says, and when every time Flores used to be conference, hey man, what do you think? Like linebacker, what is the linebackers' consistency? Well, it starts with us. We're not putting them in the right position, and I have to take accountability for that. He always used to take accountability for that. That's what I used to always like about him. Always.
Well. Again, it was explained to me this way, and I said it earlier today in a space, and I hope people kind of got what I was trying to say, right? So, because I don't want to take credit for nobody's take, but I thought when I heard it, let me not say explained to me, but when I heard it, I thought it was a very good explanation. Brian Flores and Josh Boyer were more of an assignment-based defense, right? It was put on more of the coaching. Brian Flores would look at what the offense was doing, and he would call in a play to Jerome Baker, right? And say, Jerome Baker, on this play, you're blitzing the A-gap. Now you already know that's your assignment. No matter what else happens, That's your assignment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Under Vic Fangio takes the easy way out. Everything is read and react in this defense, right? He don't have to do anything. He calls in a play, but now it's on Jerome Baker to look what's in front of him, see what the offense is doing, and read and react. I would say that's not a strength of Jerome Baker. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that scheme works, and that plan works with linebackers like what you had in San Francisco, Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis. Well, I'll pose the question to this panel like this. Does anybody up here think that it could be week 18? Because everybody says this defense needs time to click. Tell me when Jerome Baker's turning into Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. That ain't happening. He don't have it. Let's go down the list. Baltimore. Fangio had Ray Lewis. Is Jerome Baker turning into Ray Lewis?
I don't care who you say. There's not too many linebackers that they're going to turn to Ray Lewis.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. These people that say, "Oh, it just takes time. They got to learn." No. Vic Fangio has to adjust to these players, and I don't know, man. I don't see him having the capability to do it so far. I'm sorry.
Hey, we're just gonna get about a few minutes because I want to play his reaction to get because right out the gate why he gets Claypool. So,
no, you guys won't believe it. Okay, they told me I get long-winded. Yeah, I know.
Why would they say that?
I don't know.
Gave him that idea.
Oh.
So what were the specific skills that you and Chris liked about Claypool that made you want to pursue that? And did the Ezukama and Craycraft injuries contribute toward the choice?
Dude, I was sure you're going Giants.
Yeah.
No, that I think that's an exciting opportunity. I think it's kind of like Christmas in terms of I don't know anything. So when Chris comes to me about something that he has on the docket, we have good discussions, and for us, it felt like a situation where there might be a role to carve out for him, and then I think important for the player, you have a guy that wants to take things into his own hands and have an opportunity to be on a team. So to me, as beyond that, it was an opportunity to take advantage of it. We definitely weren't looking for receiver help. It wasn't in that nature at all. Very, very happy with our receiving core. But I think one thing that Chris and I have always agreed upon and how we operate and do business is you have to stay steadfast to the commitment of making your team as good as it can be.
Yeah. The agreement is Chris Greer. I pick the players, and you just have to coach them. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and the agreement also is if the guy can run a 4.4 or under, get him on this team because we are the fastest team in the world. But this what he right there, McDaniel, bold-faced lie, is to make the team better. Why haven't you went and got better offensive linemen? Why haven't you went and got better linebackers? But no, you go get another wide receiver. That probably ain't even going to see the field. Continue, Shake. These interviews get better and better by the minute.
So, sometimes things come across your radar that you weren't even looking for, but when you assess it, if it falls under the category of this has a chance to make us better, then you jump on that. And that's been the case. There's been several instances now we're starting to accumulate where, things just, when the opportunity presents itself, you jump on it. The really happy about practice today, and I don't think he'll be there. But beyond that, it's just business as usual, trying to get better one press conference at a time.
And his skill set besides size, what else stood out to you and Chris?
You guys want me to say it, don't you? Yeah, he's fast. That's cool. But really, no, you have a player, you're very open-minded to, the unique attributes of a guy that comes into the league. And generally, you don't see that often. Receivers gain a reputation through special teams and then develop as receivers. There's a multitude of ways that he's contributed. I think this team, we have a lot of players that are moving in the right and same direction. And there's guys that, really across the board, I wouldn't say one player is satisfied with their role. Everybody wants more of the pie in one way, shape, or form, whatever that looks like for them. But we have a team that really respects, each other and respects, and really has love for each other. So you're competing with people, not against them. So
I'm sorry, I was busy counting the ceiling tiles. So the general look at the
This has to be some of the softest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. No, but
hey, what the hell's going on? I just chimed in. What
no,
did I
but
miss?
Claypool, he's 6'4", 238 pounds, and he ran a 4.42.
Yeah, like I said, Chase.
Well, was
he's
that like
fast.
his combine numbers? I mean, what was the difference in that from today?
Don't worry about that, Crypto. Just remember, we have a team that loves each other, and we hold
Kumbaya.
hands. We hold hands. We kiss babies, and we smack asses. So
And we play ping pong. Don't forget, we play ping pong.
Play
That's
ping
very
pong.
important.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss babies.
So I think
break
that's a
open
good,
Skittles. Damn.
Good situation for any player to come into. And that like every player that comes here, they get the opportunity.
All right, I'm not going to torture myself. I heard what I needed to hear.
What's
I'm not
going
gonna
on,
torture.
Shake Money Lewis and KP?
What's going on?
Damn,
So
I stumbled into a good one, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, AB. Claypool's blocking makes Gosecki look like freshman. Goddamn.
Yeah, Claypool's not that good of a blocker neither. I don't care what nobody says.
Exactly. Mike Tomlin, didn't he put him in the slot or boundary most of the time he was there when he first started?
Bro, people just, in this fan base, I heard Man of the Hour talking about it earlier, and I kind of got his reference with the Golden State Warriors, but I think I disagree. Let me say, I think I disagree. Because, bro, that's all the Miami Dolphins do. It doesn't matter if it's a big-time player or a lower player, right? See, the thing Miami does, anytime that people, like, what happened this Sunday? We get blown out, right? Okay, cool. The narrative is, can they win the big game? You see what the Big O said about McDaniel. You see what the Big O says about Vic Fangio. We're all talking about it, right? We're all talking about it, right? What does Miami turn around and do? Go get Chase Claypool. Has anybody said anything else besides Chase Claypool today? It's like it's a media stunt. These people really think that Chase Claypool is going to come in here and change life. I was arguing with people today. Oh, now Chase Claypool automatically is wide receiver 3. Does everybody know how intricate this offense is to learn? Does everybody understand that it's a timing-based offense and that there's motion and all this shit he has to learn? But now all of a sudden, a guy that's coming in, don't know the playbook, hasn't worked out in none of the 2 teams he's been on. Now he's supposed to get here to Miami, and all of a sudden, This is the guy right here that's changing life for the Miami Dolphins. Bro, go sell me a beach on wherever. Like, what are we?
In Texas.
I mean, it's ridiculous, Shake.
Hey,
It
no,
really
no.
is, bro.
But no. The one thing, like I said, I was listening to your spaces earlier with Batman, and the one funny thing I heard was, oh well, he went to Notre Dame, so he's smart, so he should pick it up like this.
Yeah, where did Liam Eichenberg go?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Liam Eichenberg graduate from the University of Notre Dame?
He's smart enough to produce those Eichenbergs, though.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Chase Claypool's going to ruin life. They were telling me that Chase Claypool is going to be wide receiver 3. I bet you he's not going to go over.
Elevating the wide receiver 3? Damn, already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro, you got people in this fan base that that believe Chase Claypool is coming in on Sunday and catching 3 touchdowns.
Damn.
Now, listen to what I just said, Crypto. Chase Claypool's going to come in on Sunday and catch 3 touchdowns. Now, you do realize that Jalen Waddle, right, has 0 touchdowns on the season.
Right.
But now Chase Claypool is going to come in one game, he's going to have 3. Do you know how fucking stupid that sounds?
Yeah.
He's the brand new toy, Lewis. Come on now.
That makes as much sense as tits on the bull.
On, KP. You know what I'm saying, KP. This is
no, I'm
bro.
with you. I'm with you, Lewis. Hey, but it's par for the course, man. It's the standard ridiculousness that goes on in this community nonstop. You know what I'm saying? The same savior until next week. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Until next week, savior, right? Gosh.
Speaking of
you heard what
too,
Stephen A. said about
have we
him,
played
right?
Wilkins yet?
Right. It's on the way, Shake. You heard what Stephen A. Smith said about. He didn't say it. He was more like giving him a word of advice. Claypool, you know, like if you miss this opportunity in Miami, then the league already got you on notice about not being a person that can stay with anybody. You know, it's not just on the field. There's some stuff going on off the field.
Yeah, he'll be in the XFL. So don't work there.
Yeah.
And with that being, I'm sorry, Credo.
Yeah, going to everybody's locker room and disturbing the locker room is not a good look, being this early in your career.
Well, the one good thing I was gonna say about this deal, at least you didn't get fleeced. Like it is a low risk, high reward.
It's a low risk.
I'm not mad that you made the move. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm just talking about this thing. Like, oh my God, we got another weapon. They're gonna. Did you hear Mike McDaniel's press conference? I'm sure Shake could play it again. One of his first things was to see. Mike McDaniel said he might get an opportunity. They don't know what this kid is gonna bring.
They don't know.
They don't really have no plans for him. You think? Hell, it's Friday. We just made a trade for him at 11 o'clock in the morning. You think he's already in the game plan for Sunday?
No,
nope.
That's what I'm saying. That's a hell of a turnaround.
Like what are we talking about here? It's not going to be like the savior has arrived. And if you let this fan base tell you, it's like the second coming of Jesus Christ we just traded for.
Right.
Well, don't you know he's about to get blessed by the left arm of God?
When he went 51 overall, when the Steelers took that chance, he was really coming in truly as a tight end, right? Right.
Yeah.
So whoever thought he was going to be the great blocker, they fooling themselves. You know, he was really that.
Crypto,
you know what I'm saying?
Luckily, he has the left arm of God throwing to him, so that can only but elevate his game, you know, to heavenly heights. Heavenly heights.
Never seen before, right? Heavenly.
Hey, Joe, man of the hour. Let me what as an outside perspective looking in, what do you think? And you live in Miami. Literally the stadium's a mile from your house. So, what do you think?
Damn.
By the way, which by the way, I'm gonna give you a tour of Carroll City tomorrow. Crypto.
What do I think about the Chase Claypool move?
No, the Dolphins in general.
I think the defense is a little shaky. The offense is, explosive as hell. I think the reason for the Claypool ad was because it's just going to add more depth to the team. I think they're just too busy focused on the offense. That's the way they look like they're going to go. So I don't know what the Dolphins defensively is going to do. Looks like nothing. They're just waiting on guys to come back. It looks like, with Ramsey and everybody else. So it looks like that's what they're depending on. But offensively, they look good.
Mm-hmm.
And, they should run it up against the Giants. But I just look at it like that. But as far as, like, I don't know, like, I got to see them against the big teams. Like, we just seen Buffalo. And, there's a few other teams, Kansas City and I think the Eagles. And, coming up. So I need to see it against those guys like that.
Say,
That's a good point.
Yes, sir.
you got to take crypto to the jerk machine at the
What's that?
183rd Street flea market.
That don't
That
exist
is
anymore.
not there
They got
no
some
more.
jerk chicken.
Yeah. Oh, the jerk machine's gone now?
The whole flea market is gone.
Lord have mercy, man. Where's the old man? I want it back.
Well, it's like a barn. What's the Burlington Coat Factory over there now?
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
Oh man. Yeah. I'm gonna take you around Carol City. I'm gonna show you where I used to get drunk on a regular basis with me and man of the hour.
Is LC's Roachy still there on 441?
Okay. That's where you used to get plastered at Shake Money.
On 183rd and
I'm not
27th.
sure. I don't know.
Remember, we used to get homeless guys to buy us buy us liquor.
Oh yeah, dude, love.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
get the homeless guys to buy you liquor.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
You gotta buy them one.
We were too young to get it, so that was the only way we were gonna get it. We had them get it.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's one thing we're not short of over there.
You think about liquor stores in America is like churches. It's one on every corner.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I love about that.
The only thing I hate about it. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying the one thing I love about that area is that marijuana was legal there for years before it was legal anywhere else.
By the way, yeah, this is look, San Francisco. This is what we needed right here. What San Francisco got. Look at that, Randy Gregory from Denver.
Blah blah.
I thought we might make a run at him, honestly. But it would have made too much sense.
Yeah. No, but I was gonna say the only thing I hated about it is when we used to buy us, we'll get a beer, we'll buy him one beer, right? So we go to the cut because we go in the cut and just drink our beer. The motherfucker will follow us, and I'm like, God damn it, we got to be nice to him because we're gonna need to buy some more beer. So
you had to break him off one, man. Come on now.
But anyway,
remember Cisco?
Oh, that was my favorite drink. That was my thing, Cisco.
Yeah, man.
I remember I got the nickname Cisco because I drank it in 2 sips. I used to drink it in 2 sips. I used to chug
You don't
that
know
thing
about
in 2 sips.
Cisco crypto?
Liquid crack.
Yeah, man. It's like
I'm not
speaking
a
of
big
liquid,
fan of it, but
speaking of liquid crack, let's hear a few more
it's been a
minutes.
while since I had it.
Oh, yeah, me too. I haven't had it since the 90s, man. Come on.
Right.
Oh, never mind. Oh man. So anyway, y'all ready to open up the floodgates?
The floodgates, the dams are broken. The dams have been breached. A little crack in the Hoover Dam.
Shake, let me ask you a question because we know there's going to be certain Bills fans like Josh Allen is the next.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Wentz is going to want to come up here, and I think that should be fine. But if we also start getting Dolphin fans that want to come up, shouldn't we be able to remove the Bills fans to bring up Dolphin fans?
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Shouldn't you think? Okay, I'm just saying. So,
I mean, last week I made an exception last week because it was Buffalo Hate Week.
Oh,
right. Yeah, I get it.
Like if we get some Giant fans that want to come in, they can come up before the Buffalo fans.
So yeah.
Well,
So if
not even that. If there's Buffalo fans that are up here and there's no Dolphin fans that are coming up, I mean, they can stay as well. I'm just saying,
Oh,
like,
okay.
if there's
Yeah.
Dolphin fans and we got, obviously Joe, Man of the Hour is our special guest, so he's obviously staying. But I'm just saying, like, in general, if we have Dolphin fans and there's other fans up here, we should let the Dolphin fans come up here first, or if they get back in the backstage.
Yeah. Put it this way, man. Joe to me is like what Tonk is to El Capitan. So,
no doubt.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm a man of the hour. I meant
True homie from back in the day.
Man of the hour.
I hear you, man.
So what happens tomorrow, Shake, if you see the old guy that you bought cigarettes from, even to this day, you just so happen to see him again?
Oh, beer, not cigarettes. Back in the day, cigarettes was 18.
Okay. That would be
I'm
crazy
like,
if you saw that guy. He's still on that corner.
that wouldn't shock me. But we'll see. Here we go. Hey, so you coming to the game next week, right, Lewis?
Yeah, I believe Cap got the tickets for me and KP as well. I gotta get with Cap. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days. It's just been so busy, bro. Getting back from Vegas and getting back into, man, I just got an incredible offer offered to me for this week's game to be able to sit in the press box.
Okay.
In the club level and the suites and stuff, and I mean, I got to work this Monday. I got to work next. I got to work next Monday. I got to work. Well, not in the press box, in the suite levels or whatever.
Okay.
And but I got to work this Monday. I got to work next Monday as well. This whole month of October, we're gonna have to work, and usually I have Mondays off. So, bro, it's just a long trip because the turnpike is always jam packed after the game. So usually we sit there after for like an hour and a half, 2 hours until they basically throw us out. So, bro, to leave the stadium around 5, let's say the game ends at 4. By the time you walk out, I'm not getting on the road, maybe dropping off Batman or whatever till maybe after 6, then a 4-hour drive back home. I don't know, bro.
Hey, but if you do, I was going to ask you if next week, if you're coming down, if we could carpool.
Yeah, we could definitely do that because I'll be going to the Carolina game, so I could definitely, like, if you shoot me, we'll get in touch, Shake, and then
all right, cool.
So you don't have to park your car nowhere. I could probably just go into your house and pick you up or whatever.
Yeah. If not, I can have my girl drop me off off the exit 170, and then you drop me off there, and she'll pick me up. That way, it's so much easier for you. That way, you don't have to go into town. All you gotta do is just get off the exit, drop me off, and then just get back on. Boom.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
So I got some people in the backstage. The OG, Mr. Polk. We got my brother Greg. What's
up, Greg?
Hey, how's it going?
And we have hold on. We have our first Buffalo Bill fan. What's up, Fred?
There's a Fed sighting.
You gotta be kidding,
where's the tailgate gonna be though, Shake? Where's the tailgate?
Huh?
Where's the tailgate this Sunday?
Unbelievable. How in the hell, if we're 3-0, Fred is nowhere to be found. We lose, and now Fred's back on the panel.
Oh my God! Hey, Lou, I've been back.
Lewis,
I think I talked to you earlier in the week, Lou.
I was thinking the same thing. I said I hadn't seen Fred or Pete for the first 3 games. Now all of a sudden they flying up. It's like they sprouting up from the ground.
Oh man, come on now.
I can't speak for everybody, but for me, you're always welcome. It's a welcoming change to see you back.
Thanks, Shake, man. Thanks, man.
I thought something happened. No, real talk. I thought something happened to you. Real talk. I'm glad you're okay.
No, Shake, I'm all right, man. Feeling better, man. Like I said, I was in the hospital for a little while, but
I'm
feeling good now, man. And That's okay, Mr. Falk. That's all right, man. I'm good. I'm good now.
Yeah, I'm
Alfred, I
sorry to hear
understand
that.
because I was in the hospital about almost a year and a half ago myself, so I
Oh,
understand that,
sorry.
my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Sorry to hear about that, Mr. Falk.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
I'm
Fred.
good,
I'm
man.
sorry, Fred, too, man. You know how we do, Fred. We tell
Nah,
them jokes,
Lewis,
but
it's
Yeah.
all it's always good, man. Yeah.
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 I mean,
Glad
you
to have
should
you
be.
back in the swing, man.
I
You
mean,
back in the
anyway,
fold,
Fred,
man.
you should be
It's good to
happy
be
anyway,
back. It's
Fred.
good. Yeah, man.
You
It's,
should
it's,
be
it's
happy.
good to be back, man. I'm happy. I'm
Yeah,
happy, Lou. I'm happy. 3-1, man.
I know.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
You should be happy. You got a
Yeah.
3-1 team, and your team won Sunday, the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
So you should be
Yeah.
happy.
Come on, Lou. Come on. Oh my God. But yes, I am happy we're 3-1, man. However, though, I have some issues with the team, and I know it's early, but I have a couple of issues. No, they're not real big things, man. Like I said, it's early, and one was the fact that like last week against the Bills, man. I just thought the Bills made it hard for the wide receivers to get off the line of scrimmage. For one. And then another deal is like, Fangio isn't aggressive enough, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
They're my two issues right now. But like I said, I know it's early. A whole lot of things can change, and I'm still looking forward to the season.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bill needs to make some changes because he's been in the NFL too long to be arrogant and all that. You when you knew what you had when you came to the Miami Dolphins. I mean, I don't know stats and all that stuff, but I mean, I can look and listen, but you know what the roster was when you came here. So
Right.
you up to be our defensive coordinator, then you use your skill set to coach these
Coordinate.
players, regardless of if they fit your scheme or not. You can come up with plays, or you can escalate their skill set to be successful on that. That arrogant stuff got to go, and I'm not saying that he needs to be fired. No, because I heard that talk too, and I'm not ready to fire him yet. You gotta give him a
Mm-hmm.
chance. Give him a chance to correct himself.
Yeah, I understand giving him a chance, Mr. Falk, but to me, I think Fangio, I think he's outdated, man.
Mm-hmm.
So many of these coaches are younger, man, and are just coming up with new ideas, man, and new schemes, man. Like he's just outdated, sitting back, waiting for quarterbacks to make mistakes, man, and quarterbacks are. Very seldom are going to make mistakes that
And
he's hoping for,
Well, I
and it's
don't
just
well,
think.
not pressing the
I,
game.
I just want to ask this one question
Well,
real quick, Lewis. If if
mm,
if if Vic Fangio doesn't work out, right, and they get another offensive, or would that be a striker McDaniel saying that he can't get the defense right because the other guy couldn't get
Yes,
the
because
offense
that'll be
right?
the second year, right? This will be a second full year, and then one with his guy. You could start building that case in that way, Shake. I agree. Meaning he can't get the defense right.
Well,
well,
and I'll let you cook. Here's
no, go
another
ahead,
good
Shay.
scenario. Here's another good scenario that I would love to see happen. Let's say, for instance, God forbid shit goes south, and we do get rid of him. I think if the Jets fire Salah, we need to jump on his ass ASAP as our DC.
Yeah, because he'd be the best one available at the time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he will be available at the time.
Look,
Yes.
even if Vic Fangio was still here, this is a guy who actually knows what they actually are in sync with one another. They came up together in the coaching ranks. They got him because of his name. Let's face it, because of his resume. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? So,
I
but go
agree
ahead.
with that. I agree with that as well, Shay. The one thing I would say though, even with Robert Saleh, see, Fred says that it's Vic Fangio that's outdated. I don't think that's so much of the case. I think that defense is just, in my opinion, that's what's outdated in this league.
Correct.
We hear the narrative all the time. Zones will make average quarterbacks look great, right? The tight window throws, when you're playing up at the line of scrimmage with your defense, when you're playing man press and stuff, even if you want to run zone behind that,
you have to show the ability that, again, in the league now, you can only touch the receiver within the first 5 yards. You got to slow him down, because if you're just playing a soft zone, and again, the Jets do this as well, right? Under Robert Saleh, it's a zone base. When you have your corners 5, 7 to 9 yards off the ball, it's not an outdated problem. It's just the defense don't work. Like it just is what it is. When you jam receivers and you're playing a little bit of man, or at least you're showing that kind of coverage, the windows to make those throws, that's when the elite guys really show up, right? Like, look at week 1 for the people that don't believe in Tua Tagovailoa, right? For the people that don't believe him, what happened week 1? Brandon Staley comes from this zone kind of tree, from this Vic Fangio tree. That's where Brandon Staley came. What did Tua do to that zone?
Torch
What did Tua do?
Field day.
He torched them.
466.
Against it.
You see what I'm saying? So it just zone makes guys look great. And I've never liked zone coverage. And that's what it is. I don't think it's Fangio's age that's outdated. I just hate zone coverage for my opinion.
Scheme is definitely outdated against
I don't like
it.
it.
By the way,
quarterback-driven league would destroy it.
Let me answer DG. Yeah, I would think that that Saleh would, again, him and Saleh are good friends. So yeah, he probably would coach for McDaniels. And 2, what better way to stick to the fucking Jets than to beating his ass twice a year, because they really fucked Saleh.
Only thing about that Shake Money, I think, given the fact that Rodgers went down, I think Saleh's got a pass this year. I don't think he'll fire him on any good situation.
But I'm just saying though, you never know. That organization is so fucking unstable. You know what the fuck?
Yeah, it's New York. But I was about to say the same thing, Crypto. Yeah, I don't think Saleh's in any danger given the circumstances.
Right.
In the hot
First
seat
4
next
minutes
year.
of the game, he lost his star quarterback. So yeah, it's kind of like on borrowed time.
And see right there again, I said I don't like zone, and Q makes the point. The 49ers run zone. Q, can you tell me who their middle linebackers are? Q,
Fred Warner and I don't know the other guys.
Dre Greenlaw.
Greenlaw.
Is Greenlaw and Fred Warner? Are we comparing them to David Long Jr. and Jerome Baker?
No.
Apparently Baker is better, Lewis.
If you want to do that, we can have that conversation. But I don't think it's going to work well on your end. If you have that personnel to run it, you can run it. We don't have that.
Nope.
So again, and I prefaced it by saying anyway, zone coverage. I don't like that specific scheme. I'm not saying that it can't work. I'm not saying that everybody has to feel the same way I do. I just don't like it.
And not only that, but 49ers have great forward, man. They can really get after the quarterback, and that helps the linebackers out a lot also.
Yeah, and that was a remnant of Saleh. Saleh built that. I know they signed the guy Hargraves this year, but that's what Saleh's known for. The front four.
I agree, Q. I'm sorry, KP. I agree, Q. It is personnel. It is personnel. Is that personnel changing for the Miami Dolphins this season? So with that comment right there, what am I supposed to do with that? Okay, then the Miami Dolphins will be 9-8, 10-7. Will be a wild card team and bounced out in the first round. Congratulations. That's what we are. Okay, cool. Right. I mean, I can accept that if that's what you're going to tell me. I ain't got no pushback. Q's absolutely right. It is personnel. But at the same time, this team don't have the right personnel. So if Vic Fangio ain't going to change
they're not coming
that
anytime soon.
And bro, the players ain't going to change their spots. They are what they are. Jerome Baker is what he is. Jerome Baker, with time, is not turning into Fred Warner. Like, what are we talking about here?
And on that note, Q, you should be happy because if we're not going to occupy one of those playoff spots, that makes it easier for you guys to finally make the playoffs. So you should be gloating right about now.
The Steelers run zone too.
Yeah. The reality is everybody plays zone from time to time.
And they've been getting their ass lit up in it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart quarterbacks are just becoming too smart,
and
man. They know how to pick it apart.
Well, that's the thing. Once teams start, killing your zone, you have to adjust.
And I think that's what Kansas City played it, and Zach Wilson looked good late in that game. Other than that fumble, he threw a dying pass against the zone. Even Zach Wilson looked good against the zone.
That's
Got
why I
change up. Don't if you
said,
see
man.
something not working, change it up. Defense, change it
That's
up.
what
Hey,
I mean, man.
my favorite Oos is here to defend his statement. My brother, what's going on? Mi hermano Q, what's going on?
Oh shit, what's good, Q?
What's good, man?
What's up, Q?
Hey, by the way, first of all, before you
on
get
mute,
started,
Q?
Q, I want your assessment on Claypool because he was a Steeler first. So
TikTok
please.
answer.
What was the draft analysis going in?
What's good? He What's had
Mm-hmm.
good
Mm.
moments
Everybody,
in
what's good?
Pittsburgh now. He had some moments in Pittsburgh, huh?
Yeah, I want to pick your brain before we get
Man,
started on the defense talk.
yeah,
I just need to
no,
get
no, like,
your thoughts on Claypool.
listen.
Go ahead.
I think Claypool is a good trade. Like, in terms of talent, he has it. He's the kind of receiver that can play big on the outside. He can also play on the inside. He can play small, like a slot receiver. But one concern I have with him is his locker room presence, because that's one of the main things back when he was with the Steelers, is that he
Do you
was
have any?
not good in the locker room.
That's what
Q,
Stephen
do
A
you
was
have
talking
any
about
deep
today in the
insight on that? Because people say that as a generalization, but like, what specifically was he doing
No,
in the locker room that made guys
he
hate him?
fought. He actually fist
He
fought
was
with a lot of
dancing.
players, especially with Minka Fitzpatrick. He fought with who else? I think he fought with the corners, mainly the DBs and Minka. I think it was Joe Hayden that time.
Okay.
Minka.
So he's a bit of a hothead. He's a hothead.
Yeah,
So
he's also the type of receiver. He's a big guy.
If he was fist fighting with Minka, then he should fit right in around here.
Hey, you know what? You know what? He
Not
may
the message, not exactly the message you want to send, Color, especially in the locker room. That's trying to. He's the type of person. He's a me guy. Like if you don't get the ball, he's gonna cause some problems in the locker room.
Ain't that what Tyreek is?
Good.
Isn't Tyreek a me guy?
No, he's
but the
not.
Steelers
Tyreek's not a
wasn't
me guy.
no,
Tyreek
that's
is not a me
different.
guy.
Tyreek is not a me guy. Not like
Even
Claypool.
if Tyreek was,
that's a different.
he earned his meat.
Hey,
Okay, well let's look at
But we'll see. We'll see. No, listen, I'm not knocking the guy. I'm gonna give him a chance. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, this time he'll get it right, and he'll make a perfect addition to the team.
And even if,
how would a ball quantity issue on offense translate to a fist fight with Minka Fitzpatrick?
Well, can we look at it like
because
this, man? That the guy.
listen, this dude he talks. He's like the Jalen Ramsey on the other side of the ball. This dude talks even in practice.
He's a prima donna. He's a
He be
prima
talking
donna.
trash to everybody. Yeah.
No, but he just didn't do that with the Steelers.
On a block.
I don't know what
myself,
his
I
locker
just
room
think
presence was with the Bears, but as far as the
he had the
Steelers,
same issues.
that's all he had with the Bears as well.
I
No,
think
but
so
look,
because
man.
I was no hold up, Fred. When I was watching the Cunningham show a little earlier, he was talking about Claypool, and he was saying that he had locker room issues with the Steelers, with the Bears, and it was another team he was on. But what was saying is that by coming to the Miami Dolphins, he has a chance to straighten up because you have players
I agree.
that can be role models from him that could talk to him and let him know this is your last chance because the NFL is looking at you and saying that if you don't do right with the Miami Dolphins, you might as well go and play NFL or Canadian football. So he has to straighten up, and he should want to straighten up and fly right, and he can do it because look what happened with
Correct.
doggone
And let's be real.
with that defensive.
And let's be real. That the Bears, if he's already complaining about wanting the ball more, he wasn't gonna ever have no good time with the Chicago. I mean, come on.
He reminds me of a guy that remember Dave Boston. Remember David Boston?
Yeah,
David Boston was a physical freak, but after he was with us, he was just totally gone, and I could never figure that out. A guy with that kind of talent, you know.
Hey, Mike McDaniel should grab him, take him to 27th Avenue and 183rd, and say, "Look, if you don't work out in this building, point across the street. There's a Walmart right there. You could always get a job there.
We can send him to. We can send him
Hey,
back to Canada. So
I hate though when we come out and say he's just gonna be better in this locker room because we have so many leaders. Bro, the culture in Pittsburgh
No,
is way better than the culture in Miami. And he didn't get
no,
it
no,
done there.
no.
Like
he's gonna be going to the
don't
nightclubs with
No,
Xavier
no,
Howard.
hold up. Listen, I wasn't saying that he was going to get better here. I said he has a chance to turn his life around. That's what I
Mr.
was
Park,
saying. He have people here
absolutely,
that
Mr.
he
Park.
can talk to and turn this situation around. I'm not saying he's
Again,
going to
Mr.
get better
Park,
because
I agree with you, Mr. Park. I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I'm not even coming at you. I'm just talking about from people that were saying it today. Well, he is gonna be in this locker room. Even to your point, Mr. Park. Yeah, you could turn around and talk to Tyreek Hill. Okay, cool. I get that, right? He's a leader. They don't have leaders in Pittsburgh, though. Cameron Haywood is an
yeah,
absolute
good point.
dog and a leader in that Pittsburgh locker room. That shit didn't help him. Mike Tomlin is one of the best leaders from a head coach perspective.
Yeah,
That didn't help him. So, okay, it's cool to say that he's going to be better here, but I'm sorry. If you're already in two teams, I think he got drafted in what, 2020? 2019, he's still, I mean, you're already on your third team in what, 3 years, 4 years? Nah, bro.
In
Again,
fact, no.
a player
Hey,
don't change his stripes.
hey, can
This
I
might
can
be
I
his
can I
fourth
put this
team.
on? Can I put this on Claypool, man? Like, I think, man, I don't think like he's really a bad dude, and I think he does have excellent ability. I could see him wanting the ball. Well, he definitely wasn't going to be getting the ball while Antonio Brown was there. Whoever the star wide receiver there, he wasn't going to be getting the targets. And as far as in Chicago, who wouldn't be upset of losing week after week right here, man? We just looking at a fiery dude who's tired of losing, man. That's what I see. The only thing wrong with Claypool, man. And if anybody accepts losing, man, then they don't need to be playing football, man.
Look. It's like
I mean, he got to.
it's like it.
Well,
Hold on. It's like it.
you got
Hold
to
on
take
though.
the bull by the
It's like
horn.
worrying
The
about. But
quarterback didn't get. Go ahead, Carlos.
I was gonna say there's a difference between him being a problem for himself and him being a problem in our locker room. They're two different things.
Right.
Like, I don't think he could ever be a problem for our locker room. Simply no different than a salad spoon or a salad fork is not a problem for your placemat just because you don't use it to eat salad. It's just an extra fork.
Well, can I ask Fred one question? Because Fred, you made the comment, right? Like in Pittsburgh, he wasn't going to get no balls thrown to him with Antonio Brown being there. I can agree with that. I think that's logic, right? Okay, cool. You think he's coming to get balls over here with Tyreek Hill, Waddle?
I don't.
A-Chain, Berrios,
I don't.
Peterson. Like, you think he's getting balls over here?
No, I don't think he'll. I don't think he'll be targeted like that.
He will over Chosen. I believe he will over Chosen.
However, the Dolphins.
Okay, but he still has three receivers. He's not catching more balls than Braxton Berrios.
No. Okay, Lou, let me answer your question, man. No, I don't think he's getting any balls like that. No, but however, the fact that this team is kind of a winning organization right now, and at least they pertain to be, and he may be good with that. You know what I'm saying? And as long as the team is going forward and winning, it shouldn't be no problems out of this dude, man. Like I said, losing is enough to send anybody, man, off the deep end, man. I mean, that's just me, though, Lou. That's just me.
Well, can I put something into perspective as far as Claypool's role is, real quick? I think McDaniel. First of all, I think McDaniel in his presser when he said that they got Claypool because it was an opportunity, no, it was a lie. He said it wasn't out of necessity, player necessity. I think it was a lie. I think the injuries that Craycraft and Eazy-E sustained, I think is more alarming than what they're
what they're letting to, man. You're right.
Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree with
And
you,
yeah.
that's
Q.
what
And
I
I think
agree
they
with
got and as
and
far as
that's what
Claypool when
Cunningham.
he was back in the Steelers when Big Ben was there, Big Ben's last season, Claypool was the top receiver there, and he was usually running the what you call it, the end arounds, the what you call it. I'm
Jet
blanking on the
sweeps.
name of those jet
Talking about jet
sweeps
sweeps.
and those end around plays. Yeah, and
Yeah.
those yeah, he was running
reverses.
most of those
Hmm.
plays, the reverses and
Yeah.
all of those stuff. So
Yeah.
Easy E being injured and stuff. I think that's why they brought him in because the way he plays those plays particularly.
Yeah, he did so
Not
good that I
not
drafted him in my fantasy league one year and regretted it. But it was because he was so
It,
he was so
yeah,
dynamic the year before.
right. And not just
it was.
that,
It wasn't
but
until they got a rookie in a Pickett where you saw his touches started dwindling down because Pickett being a rookie and then going to the Bears and they also had a young QB there who wasn't really so as far as production. I think he can help this team out. I'm not saying
yeah.
Tua is Big Ben. I'm not going to say that, but I'm saying Tua is way better than Pickett and
Yeah, I would
what's
I
the
would
dude?
agree with that. Is yeah, Mitchell Trubisky.
Mm.
No, the dude that
Justin
was
Fields.
Justin Fields. Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, right?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
there's an avenue
I
for him, but it's going to take time.
I would agree exactly, but KP just took the thunder. It's gonna take time. Like again, the narrative that he's coming in here, walking in the building, bro. Like and color, you'll understand more than anybody where I'm coming with this. We heard the same thing when we signed Chosen Anderson. This is the exact same thing.
Right.
Chosen Anderson was coming in here to save the world. He was productive where
No,
he's
no.
been.
See,
He
that's
was
what.
coming with.
Right.
Yeah,
He was
and I
coming.
understand.
That was
I
the same
understand where you're
thing.
coming
Yeah.
from with that. I
He
don't know
was
if people
coming with
went as
that.
far as save the world, but to even prop him up the way they did, it's Chosen Anderson. I mean, what has he done
But
his
they
whole
said
career?
they were
right.
already saying that Chosen Anderson was going to be wide receiver 3.
Right.
That's what
The
the
only thing
narrative
is,
was.
the only thing is
He
though,
was number 3.
the only difference I would say to that between these two receivers is Claypool is in fact a much more talented receiver, and the dude is like 6'4" and 200 and something pounds.
Yeah,
He
Exactly,
runs a
color.
well,
4.4.
I
I also
almost
know.
suspect. That he's brought in literally to replace the blocking that Craycraft was responsible for, and
That's a good point.
also
Good point.
could they
Well,
be possibly trying to do this same experiment on him that they tried to perpetrate on Elijah Higgins? You know what I mean?
right.
And
With
that
In
could
making him a
fact,
very
tight
that's what
end.
Well, it's not. He's a wide
and that
that
receiver
could
anyways.
and
It's
that
not.
could
He's
very
not
well
being asked to
be
change positions.
that could very well
No,
end up being the
Elijah Higgins
case.
was a wide receiver.
Yeah, he was, and that
Yeah.
could very much be the case. All I'm saying is though, is I'm tired. Again, this is no shot at you, Collar, but I'm just saying I'm going to go off with what you said. 6'4", 242. The measurables are there.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Phillips is what? 6'6", 285. Looks like Tarzan, but plays like Jane. I'm tired. I'm
Right.
tired of hearing. I'm tired of
Yeah.
hearing
Oh,
all
I
these.
know. I was only simply comparing him to
I get it.
Chosen Anderson.
Right. No, I'm just saying for the guy. Again, that's another. Well, he's
Like I
6'4". He's
personally,
240.
if I was throwing the
I don't want
ball
to hear
into
none
the
of
end
that.
zone, I'd much rather be throwing at Claypool than Chosen
Hey,
Anderson. Just saying.
hey, hold on. I want to correct Lewis on one thing. If Phillips gets a few more tackles, he's playing like Jane. Right now, he's playing like Boy, the son of Tarzan.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Say,
like,
but
boy,
I was just using Jalen Phillips in the scenario that he looks the part, right?
right.
Physical specimen. When you see him, you're like, oh my god, this kid. I mean,
That dude is
he's put
slow.
together.
Right,
He's a
right.
monster.
But I don't think
But
that Jalen Phillips is proven not to be the part. I mean,
now that
Because
I
he's
got going
Mr.
on with
Invisible
that
right
because
now.
I don't think
He's on the
Yeah,
I
he
don't think
is.
Fantastic
Jalen
Four.
I
Phillips is a
mean,
He's
washout.
Mr. What I call
I
Mr.
don't know.
Almost. He almost
he's
gets a
not.
sack,
So
but
too,
not
look
Well,
quite.
at
right
look
now
at
he's
our
Mr.
line.
Invisible
I
because he's
call him
not
Mr.
playing.
Almost.
This is
That's
his
his
third
name.
Not
year,
even a
correct?
Western.
This is his third. This is his third year, correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
That's
Mr.
correct.
or Mrs.
Jalen
third full
Invisible.
Phillips.
season.
Right. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
his
it's his
third
And,
year.
third
and
full
and
season.
and right now we're still thirsty for what? The sacks, right?
Yeah.
The
Well, his
double
first
digit
year he
sacks.
had 8. His second year, his sophomore slump, he had 7.5. He's on his third year now, and yeah, with the injury and all that, he's probably not on pace to get
Those 7 or 8.
14. But Jason Taylor didn't get 10+ sacks until his 4th season, and Jason Taylor had a season with 4 sacks before that. So I don't
1000%.
understand why we're just already like saying, "Hey, he's only looking the part." You know what I mean?
Taylor miss some key
No, I'm not saying that
games though.
because I like
he's
Jaden
healthy, though.
Phillips, and I see that.
It's
No,
an
go
easy
ahead.
answer though. It's an easy answer, Mr. Paul. Right? And it's not Jalen Phillips' fault. It's really not. Jason Taylor was undrafted, I believe, correct?
No,
he was a
drafted.
4th-round pick. He was a 4th-round draft pick. He was a
Okay,
4th
fourth
round.
round. Okay, perfect. 4th round. Jalen Phillips was number 15th overall.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's
listen,
why.
you
And again,
can't
I get
play.
that.
You can't
I
produce
get
unless
that.
you
I
play.
get that.
The
I
best
get that, and
ability is availability.
he's on pace to have a better first 3 seasons than Jason Taylor. So what do you want me to say?
No, well,
It
again,
still
Color,
takes
I'm
what
not
it
asking you
takes.
to say nothing. I'm just saying, I'm not asking you to say nothing, Color. What I'm saying is,
No,
just
I'm
to the
saying it
hype
still
of his
takes the
bills.
amount of time it takes. He's already on pace. If he continues the pace he's on, we will look back and say his first 3 seasons were far better than Jason Taylor's. As they should be, to your
He
point.
just got to get on the field at this point. Man, he's missed games. He's only played one game this season. So, we need him to be out there. Is the whole point of
He's
the
got to
whole
have
thing.
like a 3 or 4 sack game to put him
Right.
back.
I mean,
And that's always possible with the position he plays. I mean, look at Khalid Mack last week. He had 6 sacks in one game. Not to say that he's going to do that, but a guy like him with his ability to generate speed off the edge. If we can get an interior push, he
That's
should
what
be
I
a
was
guy
trying to
who
say.
can get
To your
multiple
point,
sacks.
Lewis, I think this should be the game where we should measure the defensive line and whether or not they're on
Yes,
pace to
agreed,
make the
Crypto.
turnaround.
They
If they
should
can't make
absolutely
no dent
dominate
in their
this weekend.
numbers and skew the numbers so heavily in their favor to look like they're doing something, then this will be an epic failure. This game. Everybody's waiting on the Philly game and other games, KC. No, for the defense purposes, this game.
This game.
You must skew
This
the
game.
numbers so far that you got to look like you're turning it around.
What's your
And I want
over
to
under
pick
on
back
sacks,
on. I
Crypto?
want to
What's
pick
your
back on
over under
something
on
that
sacks,
Crypto saying
Crypto?
on
Set
Crypto
the
shit
mark
too.
right now, Crypto.
The
What's the over and under on sacks?
I looked up.
The
Hold on.
over
I
under
looked up.
7. If they gave up 11, we got to at least get 7.5.
Yeah,
By the way,
6.
Jason
I think 6 is the bare minimum we need this weekend. If we don't get
Right.
6, I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah,
Right.
Jason
And,
Taylor
and,
was a
and that's
3rd-round
why.
pick. My bad.
That will be the measurement.
Right, and
Get those
that's why I
sacks.
say all these people that talking about we should beat the Giants by a lot of points. I'm not concerned about our defense tightening up and stop the bleeding in the middle of the line. That's my concern. It's not about getting all these points on the Giants or
Yeah,
who we
you
play
want to see
next.
dominance on the defensive line this week. Because
That's
everybody
what
else
I
has
want to
been
see.
Even
dominant
I don't
guys
against
want
like
to
their
see all
Franklin
offensive
these.
should be
line.
able to record at
I don't
least a
want to see
half a
all. I
sack.
don't want to see all these points. I want to see dominance on the line. I can care
On the
less
D
about
line, yes.
how
Yes.
many points. Trying to get 70
Well, I
points
already
on.
know
I
who's
mean 50
showing up
points
that
on the
game.
game.
Yeah.
ABG for sure showing up that game.
Well,
I'm
he's been
saying
the consistent.
even
He's been the
Christian
constant.
Wilkins should be able to get a half a sack in this game.
No, Christian
He
Wilkins going to get
should.
2.
He should.
He's going to get 2 to
He
get back
should.
on track. So that Shake
I
will
know
get
that's a low floor.
so
Half
that
a sack
Shake will
for
get scared again.
against the Giants is quite the low
Well,
I
floor.
need
Crypto.
Shake shaking.
no,
I need Shake
Half a
shaking
sack,
too.
Crypto.
And also Raekwon Davis. Raekwon Davis
I
need
got that
tighten up
blue and
too.
orange shirt for you. I got that blue and orange shirt
Raekwon
ready for you,
Davis.
bro.
Hold on.
Hey man, I'm really pissed off with Raekwon Davis, man. He's been nothing for 3 weeks, man. Nothing.
Hey,
Hey, we
Well, he
talking
only
about
comes.
Bradley
Listen,
Chubb.
man.
We
Raekwon
talk
only comes
about
on the
Bradley
field on
Chubb.
short downs, bro.
We talk
He's
about
not out
Bradley
there every
Chubb.
down.
We talk about Bradley. Well, yeah, even
But he may not
Raekwon
be out
Hey,
there
Davis
how
every
much
is
down,
getting
Bradley
but
Chubb
handled,
it
making
seems
this
man.
like
year? Do anybody
he's
know?
not out there on no downs where he play.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's just invisible.
Raekwon is getting
How
handled, man.
how
He's
much
getting
money is
handled.
Bradley
Exactly.
Chubb
That's what I'm
making this
saying.
year? How much money is he making?
I don't know, but
I'll
I'm
look
not
it up
seeing
right
much
now.
in Bradley Chubb neither.
Yeah.
He's
I
been
think
kind of
100 mil
I'm not seeing
for
much in him
2
neither.
years.
fumble against the Patriots.
I don't know the numbers after the restructure because I think they restricted him, right? They restricted
No,
his
no,
contract.
no. They didn't. They
They
didn't.
did it. So it's
No.
still 100 mil
And
for
then
So he's
2 years.
averaging
And then
22. He's averaging 22 million a year.
Okay.
22 a year,
That's
and
a
a
lot of
first
5
money.
round pick
years
that we gave up
for
for him,
110 million.
And then
plus
David
the
Yeah.
first
Long,
round pick. So we got to
he
add that
shows up when
value
he.
of the
I guess
first round
David
pick
Long
that we
shows
gave
up
up
when he
to him,
wants to.
on top of what we giving him too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the money; it's the first round pick we gave up for him, and who was selected with that pick and what they're getting paid. So there you go. That's the true value of what we gave up for him.
He's
Yeah.
getting the
Well,
Need
one
to
on ones. He's just not winning the one on ones.
well,
we need to
listen.
get something for Raekwon,
We are
man.
4 games in. This is the time where we're supposed to start to see the adjustment of the personnel to the new scheme that's being demanded of them. So we should look for signs of that this weekend, and it should manifest in terms of more dominance with the line play.
Mm-hmm.
It's about that time. So if it starts showing up, then I think we're on track. Because again, it is a system change. It is a new defensive coordinator, right? And it'll be 4 games with real live fire that they face. It needs to start showing up this week.
Hey,
There's got to be
KP,
signs of.
Yeah,
Mhm.
KP,
because
How much
the
of it is
pro,
the system change though?
the problem with that, KP, right? We can't get because there's people in the chat that I see, right? That you can't give these people an inch because they'll take a mile. When you
Yeah,
come out and
yeah,
say we need to start seeing this week, bro, we're playing trash this week.
yeah,
We're playing trash next week against the Carolina Panthers. What this team
yeah.
needs to show me is 2 weeks from now, Sunday night in Philadelphia.
Correct.
Yep.
That's
I
when we
agree.
can. That's when we can assess this football team. Not
Mhm.
against the Carolina Panthers and the New York Football Giants. That's
Yeah.
trash. I know this
But
team can beat trash already.
That's why I
Start
said,
beating the
Lewis,
teams
if
that
you're
we're
gonna do it
competing with.
this game, Lewis, the numbers have to be skewed so far that you know you are making some progress in this
right,
week.
because listen, nobody has been able to generate
Instead of getting
line
11
dominance.
sacks, this defense needs 22 sacks.
Yeah, crypto. I'm not saying we cannot beat Philadelphia in 2-3 weeks, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But so far,
Mm-hmm.
nobody is able to generate line dominance against Philadelphia. That's what defines them as a good team. So I'm not going to expect us to be just totally ripping off helmets and shit like that against
All right.
Philadelphia.
Check this
The
out.
scheme. Go ahead.
Uh,
Go ahead, Shay.
no. You said everybody was saying that coming. What was the one talking point coming into the season? Oh, we got the 3rd hardest schedule, right? All right. Let me rip off the remaining
Mhm.
schedule. We got the Giants, Panthers, Eagles, which is a tough game. Then we got the Patriots again, Chiefs. Okay. We got the Raiders, Jets,
Trash,
Commanders,
trash, trash,
Titans,
trash.
Right.
Jets again, Cowboys,
Trash.
Exactly.
Ravens, Bills, and so then
Good
after the
point.
Cowboys,
Yeah.
it's the Ravens and then the Bills. So everything
Right.
after the Cowboys is our pretty much. We got 2
The
strong
back end
games,
is
which is
only
the
what
Chiefs
competition.
and
Eagles.
the Chiefs,
Ravens and
Eagles,
Bills. That's it.
and then we don't see any more competition to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Until
So how the
and we
hell is
play
this
all
the
trash.
until
Yeah, right.
right.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
adjusted over and under at this point has got to be 12-5 is the basement. We got to finish the season
That's the floor.
12-5 as a basement number
Yeah.
with
Right.
the start we've
That
had.
should be the floor.
Anything less than 12-5 is going to be a disappointment somewhere.
Right, but
Yeah.
KPC, we
That
were
means you
having this
lost to somebody you hadn't
conversation.
been business losing to.
We were having this conversation yesterday, KP, and this is where I usually don't agree with the Big O, but he was
Mhm.
spot on. If you lose, you already lost once to Buffalo. If you lose to Philly, if you lose to Kansas City, if you lose to Dallas, you lose, let's say again to Buffalo, and whatever, and now you're 12-5 by beating all these other teams that Shake just went through.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you
you're
say
not a strong 12-5.
that's a
Not a
fraudulent
strong
12 and
team.
Yeah,
5?
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's a fool's gold.
Well,
12 and
no,
5.
exactly. That's what I'm
So
saying. It's
we
a
got
floor. It's got to be the bare minimum at this. I mean, we get at the very least. You
Because you're going to
definitely
be
will
going into
not
the
feel
playoffs like
confident. Yeah.
out of those 5 losses, at least 4 or 5 of the 4 of those teams, and not all 5, will be in the
And
playoffs.
crypto, you always say it, crypto. You got to factor in the fact that we will lose against a team we're not supposed to, and we will beat
Right.
a team we weren't supposed to at least
right, let
one
me
time during the season, right?
all right. Let me ask you
One
this
time, right.
That's
question.
cryptonomics. That's cryptonomics.
All right,
Exactly.
Lewis. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question, Lewis.
Right, KP.
Let me ask you this: how would you feel if we beat the 5 tough teams but lose to the Giants and Raiders, and in the playoffs? But we only
And then
lost to
going
those.
into the playoffs,
We only lose to those 2 teams, but we beat everybody else.
that will be
Doesn't it matter how you?
disappointing.
Does it matter how you lose? Like if you lose a game to the to the Eagles, to KC by 3.
But
Doesn't
Shake Money,
matter.
you saying lose to the Raiders?
Yeah, let's say you lose to
like
and
we lose in a bad way.
No,
Like
if
just
you lose to
everything's
those
going wrong.
teams, you're a really bad team.
But
if you
I'm
lose to
just
these
saying
good
though.
No, you're
teams,
not a really
No, but I'm
bad team
just saying
because they
no,
can beat you by
Q.
2
This is what I'm
points.
saying.
oh,
What
you are a
what
bad
if we
team.
lose? No, I'm saying what if we lose to these 2 teams, but we beat the Chiefs, we beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Dallas Cowboys, the Buffalo Bills, and we beat the 5 good teams.
And we replace those good wins with
It's
bad
worse.
losses.
It's worse, Shake. It's inconsistency. You don't know when you're going to win. You don't know which team is going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would make you a nervous wreck too. On the other side, you're like, well, damn. What if now we start losing to good teams, and when it matters in the playoffs? Yeah,
I mean,
you'll be a little nervous.
I seen Patriots lose to bad teams during their run. So,
Oh yeah, they've always lost to us at least once a year,
Well, look
no
at the
matter what
game
our
last
record
night.
was.
Look at the game last night. The
Right.
Commanders lost to the Bears last night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was a shocker.
They
Yeah,
did. They gave the
I
Bears the
watched
first
that
one.
whole
Bears
game.
look pretty good. They
I'm
put
up
up a
here sitting.
40
Okay,
burger on them.
yeah.
Damn, that receiver
And I,
DJ, what's his name, man? He balled
DJ
out
Moore.
230 yards. Yeah,
Yeah.
DJ Moore. Looked like they found them a little diamond in the rough.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
been there, you know.
I always,
he
I
man
always thought DJ Moore was a good wide receiver, man. Good.
He's an
what
ideal
school
number
he
2
came
wide
out
Little
of?
receiver
diamond in
on
the
a
rough.
championship
Yeah.
team.
Well,
Right.
Yeah.
who's the QB?
Oh,
Who's
he's
the
definitely
QB
the number one
of
now.
Chicago in?
Justin Fields.
Because
Justin Fields.
no,
And
they don't have
Justin
He had
Justin
4
Fields to give.
touchdowns.
Oh
Chicago has Justin Fields. Yeah, Washington
I'm
had Sam
mistaken.
Howell.
I'm
Sam
mistaken
Howell was
for
playing
the
for the Commanders.
Frisco QB who's no
Carter.
longer there
yeah.
with the
Justin Fields in
yeah.
Chicago. Yeah, they got Sam Howell from
No,
what school that
Trey
is?
Lance.
Oh, Trey
Yeah,
Lance
he
with the
went to
Cowboys
Dallas.
now.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
mistaken Trey
Yeah,
Lance
he's
for
backing
Justin
up.
Fields.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
okay.
backing up. What's his name? Prescott.
Yeah,
But yeah, Fields is actually
Yeah.
didn't do pretty good. Did pretty good, 4-0 as far as 4
Well, hey,
touchdowns, no
my thing is
interceptions.
this, guys. At the beginning of the
Fields
season,
looked pretty good yesterday.
yeah, well, he set up Herbert. He damn near killed his running back on that sorry ass throw. So that really pissed me off from Fields. But listen, guys, it's we're 3-1 after the first 4. I don't think we could have asked for better. I mean, 4-0 is the only numerical improvement upon where we are. We're sitting in a pretty good position here. The season is poised to be successful if we can see the improvements made, if we can see this team start to shift into another gear. So that's what I'm looking to see. And we got the perfect 2 opponents to do this in the Giants and in Carolina. We need to see dominance in these next 2
And the
weeks.
best of all, KP, your quarterback is not injured. He's healthy.
Yeah, and he's playing at the best ball of his career, Q. And that's not to say. And that's not to say that he is dominating, because if you look closely, you'll see that Tua's not perfect. He's thrown some interceptions. He was unable to answer the Buffalo push last week, honestly, but he's still in command of what he wants to do.
He's playing good
Yeah,
enough.
he looks like he's in command of what is
about.
demanded of him here.
He's not.
So yeah.
And in KP, if I see Tua has to go touchdown for touchdown with Daniel Jones, man, I'll be upset with that. Man.
Then that means
the
Fangio
defense. I'll be
fired.
pissed off with our defense if that's true.
Oh my God.
I will be the first person to call for his firing if Daniel Jones is going toe to toe with Tua.
Yeah, I don't know if Fangio
I will
can
be the
live that
first to
down.
call for it. I will be the first to call for Fangio's firing immediately if that happens.
And
that New York Giants team couldn't score on a Bob Warner league.
There's under no circumstance Daniel Jones should be going
you
toe
guys
to
are
toe
worried
with
that
Tua.
this is a.
That means he's having
I
a
know this
bad
is
night
going to
on
piss off
defense.
Color. You guys are worried that this is a trap game.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not. It better not be. It better not be. The Giants have been absolutely awful on offense. Everybody has disragged them. Everybody has abused Daniel Jones. They can't turn it. They cannot turn it around this week. Not against us, man. No, we got to continue.
No,
Make them want to retire this weekend.
what do you call it? Get right games. We can't afford a
Yeah.
get right game
Oh,
by a quarterback. No get right games. That's unacceptable. That's why I said if he's going toe to toe with a guy who pioneered an offense to 70 points, and Daniel Jones is going toe to toe with him, I'm calling for the firing of Vic Fangio.
Yeah,
You heard it here first.
that's right, Chris.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
Cryptonomics.
Let's just hope Daniel Jones don't turn into Danny Dimes
Shout out to my
this
man
Sunday.
CB83 in the building. What's going on, brother? I love the film breakdown you
Come
did.
on up, CB83. Come on
CB83
up,
always
buddy.
lurking, huh? Always lurking. I mean, listen, that offensive line that New York Giants is throwing out there, they've been dish-rag beaten up by everyone. Our D-line
Right.
must dominate.
That's what I'm
Plus,
saying. Now you see my point. There should be no scenario in which he's
and
going
they
toe
have
to toe with our
zero
quarterback.
receivers. Their
If
best
that happens,
receiver is
that's an indictment on the defensive
I mean,
their
they
coordinator.
best
got three
receiver is
starters injured.
5'2", Wandale Robinson, and he's a slot guy, catch the ball 7 yards and go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? The guy
So
Hodgins has been invisible. Sterling Shepard's been invisible. They've got Slayton has been has 0 passes caught basically. They should be totally shut. Even Darren Waller, their big acquisition, he's done next to nothing so far this season. We must continue that shutout of the New York Giants this weekend. I'm not going to accept anything less. I'm not accepting anything less.
Is Barkley? Ain't Barkley coming back too? Ain't
Yeah,
Saquon
Barkley will be back off his high ankle sprain. Supposedly.
Hey, Lewis.
Even if Barkley does play
I got a
with a high
question.
ankle sprain, he better not hurt us, man.
Yeah. Is Lewis still with us? No, he probably
Yeah.
working.
No, he's on mute.
Is there any news on Connor Williams?
He's scheduled to play.
Oh, he's
They're
still
hoping
out.
that he plays.
Oh, he's gonna play. All right, because I'm a bit worried
There are
that
hopes that he
Eichenberg
will
might
play.
go against Dexter Lawrence.
Oh, so he's been elevated to probable?
No, not yet. But I just read an article this morning that suggested that the Dolphins are hoping that our 3 guys who are out, Elliott, Williams, and may play. It's still uncertain though. At this
CB,
stage.
CB, I'm running till 8:30, so yeah,
Well,
you got plenty
listen,
of time.
the
Listen to
currency
me carefully.
connection will be live and on site at that game. There will be money on that guy return, so he needs to come out and perform.
And you know what, Crypto? And the Giants are so bad, man. We should be able to let Connor Williams and a couple of other guys hurt sit out this week, man. You know what I mean? That's why I am with it.
But we should
really
still
be all right?
So you're saying Liam Eichenberg can pioneer an offense to beating the Giants? Is that what you're saying, Fred?
It shouldn't even Liam Eichenberg shouldn't even be a big issue with the Giants. I mean, I expect us to handle that. I expect
I'm saying I just want to put it on wax, Fred, and you're saying that even Eichenberg can have a 90 PFF rating against the Giants. Is what you're saying.
Against the Giants, man. That's right. I tell you the truth. Connor Williams should have been able to sit out another week.
Did you really see Eichenberg in the Buffalo game?
I'm just checking,
Did
Fred.
you really
Liam
look at
Eichenberg is poised for a 90 rating.
Hey, but you know what? All right, look. Here's the thing, and I'm just thinking about this now. You know what I'm thinking about? All right, maybe because on the one hand, yeah, you want Eichenberg to get a little bit of rest, but here's the flip side, and give him rest for these next 2 games. But do you really want him to go 3 weeks without playing football against the freaking Philadelphia Eagles? You really want him to go rusty?
No, I don't want him going up against the Philadelphia. No.
Rusty?
Rusty. Yeah, you can't. You gotta give him some game time. That's a good point.
He needs some reps.
He needs some of the reps because you don't want a cold turkey going in that Sunday night game.
I'm just stating the fact that, man, Sean Elliott could get another week off to rest up. Connor Williams could get another week off to rest up, heal up, and we should still be able to handle the Giants, man.
Hold up.
What happens if it goes south? I'm gonna hold you accountable, Fred. If it goes south and Eichenberg,
we're never gonna forget it.
I'm holding you accountable.
If they have a place of strength, though, it is their defensive line, guys. Their nose tackle's name is Dexter Lawrence. He's a load.
Yeah.
They also got that young guy, Kayvon Thibodeau, who's a beast on the outside when he wants to be. I think they got a couple
So
other D linemen that could cause us
that's what
some
I'm saying.
problems.
You sure
So
Eichenberg is a go?
yeah, yeah.
Hey man, like you know, I
Hey,
just
hey, hey,
think
real quick, Fred, real quick. Hey, Shake, appreciate you for having me up here,
Oh, of
gentlemen.
course. I appreciate you as
Pleasure
always,
chopping
man.
it up with you guys. I gotta go
Yeah,
about
Q.
my day, so y'all be easy. Y'all stay up.
All right,
Yeah,
Q.
man.
All
Hey,
right, Q.
Yep,
Take
the
care, man.
Steelers are
hey,
still
listen.
trash,
All
Q.
right.
I'm
What
just
are you
want to
doing?
give you a
Hey,
heads up.
quick question. What are you doing Wednesday night? Wednesday night around 8 o'clock.
I don't know, Shake. I kind of
Uh,
hit me up. I'll hit you up about that.
all
I'll
right,
hit
yeah,
you up
because
because things might change.
because me and Crypto, we do a pick'em show. I want to have you. I'm doing different guests when we do our pick'em show now. I like to have you
Cool,
on for
cool.
one. So when we do our
Listen.
insomnia,
Hit me up on Tuesday. Hit me up Tuesday before Wednesday, and then
yeah.
I'll let
All
you
right,
know
cool.
what's going on.
I'll shoot you
All right,
email. I'll shoot you email. All right, brother.
all right,
Be
bet.
safe, man.
All right,
Later.
you
Safe,
too. All right,
man.
bye, guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, CB83, where you at? CB83?
No,
KP.
he's coming.
He
Hey,
done
He's coming
left.
through. No, he's coming through.
Talk to me,
CBA3 is coming
crypto.
through.
Talk to me, crypto. What's up?
He's eating right now.
Hey, KP, I got an offer for you. I'm going to give you my safety, all right? And you give me your
Uh-oh.
starting running back.
Okay. I like the sound of that one. And what you got? We got throwing something on that, crypto. You got throwing something. How about the keys to your car?
The keys to my car.
I know he's listen. He's gonna give you. I'm gonna be your agent, Crypto. He's gonna give you the best chip in your fantasy draft. He's gonna give you the long snapper Blake Ferguson. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, you can
I
expect
throw
a
a
big production
Ferguson.
from Blake Ferguson. And I'll bring Jeff Ulanake out of retirement and throw him in too.
Yeah, throw
You
in
get Jeff Ulanake.
Right.
you'd be better off.
Exactly.
You'd be better off taking one of my spatulas, man.
One of those spatulas.
Is it the one that you stole from your neighbor?
That's right, man.
And she's banging on everybody's door saying, "Where's my spatula?"
No, man, no. If somebody else uses my spatula, I don't want that.
Hey, you by the stadium, Fred? And you live by the
Which
stadium?
one?
The
Lincoln
Hard Rock.
Financial. No, man, mine.
No,
he's
you
in
in Jersey. Oh, that's right. You in Jersey. Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna be
Lincoln
going.
Financial.
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
be
make
going to
my.
that game.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
making
Hey,
my way
Fred.
to. I'm
Fred,
gonna be
what part of
making
Jersey
my way
you
to
in, bro?
Jersey sometime next year. So hopefully I'll get to meet you, Fred.
Yeah, Lincoln
I'm in
Financial.
South.
Yeah, I got people in Burlington, New Jersey.
You in Millville, Jersey?
No, that's Millville. Millville's only about 20 minutes away.
Is this true?
What about
That's
Burlington?
Trenton.
I'm from Camden, New Jersey. No, that's Trenton is up north Jersey. That's up towards the
it was
Meadowlands.
good. Hey, is this true? The Chiefs traded Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to
Wow.
check on
That's
that.
true.
They
That's
traded
gonna
him
affect.
already. I'm surprised
Wow.
they like 3 weeks behind after all them drop ball, them stone hands he had in that game. I thought
Well,
they was
no,
gonna do it that night.
he actually he came back pretty strong, but the problem KC is that they got too many mediocre hands out there.
Yeah, they
So
need at least one quality boundary guy with decent hands, and
well,
they'll be
speaking
fine.
of fantasy, with Tony gone, this is going to open up the door for Sky Moore. Sky Moore,
Right, Sky's what I'm saying. Now Sky's gonna get a lot of downfield passes now.
yeah, he's going to slip into that
Yeah, I
third
noticed
receiver
that.
role
Yeah.
with Watson and Valdez Scantling outside, and maybe you're going to get more volume to all three as a result.
Right.
So,
Right.
What's
Now
up?
they're
What's
trying
up,
to
Mountie?
No, I don't see. I don't see any.
Y'all, what's good, y'all?
I see
Hey, Mountie,
when I
what's
see
going on?
Hey.
I see trade for Kadarius Toney. I don't see they traded for they trade. Okay,
Hey,
okay. Never mind.
it
I'm
did
hearing
happen,
some.
Shake. It's legit.
No.
Hey,
It's
I'm
not
hearing
legit.
some.
No.
I'm hearing.
No, he
I'm
said
hearing
they
some
traded for Kadarius Toney. That's what he meant to say.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hey,
traded for
I'm
him.
hearing some. I'm hearing some whispers. Anybody get this word that Jamar Chase requested a trade?
Hell no.
I know he's upset up there.
Because they said.
No.
Because they said
Wait a
him
minute.
and Zach Taylor
Seriously,
got into
KP?
it.
No, what's been
That's
happening
just
though?
the
He's been
ebbs
he's
and
been
flows
chirping.
of
He's
starting
been
off
chirping
bad.
under the radar. Like I sense that there might be something going on too there, Mountie fans. I don't know, But I know
They
he's been
said, well, they
talking.
said,
The reporters
Careful,
have been digging.
careful
Let's put it
now,
this way: the
careful.
reporters have been digging, and they've been asking him like these little, focused questions about his relationship to his guy, and his dissatisfaction. 2 weeks ago, they made it a point to force him the ball, right, to get him his
Against the
touches,
Rams.
and it did not result in a win. So
No,
who
they beat the
knows?
Rams.
Hey,
That one
I
that he
wouldn't
made
be
when he came
surprised if
back, they
that was
beat them.
true, Mountie Fence.
hey, KP,
so,
see, that's what
But
I,
well,
K-
from
that's,
what I'm
KP, they
hearing,
beat them.
from what I'm
KP,
They beat
hearing,
the
see,
that he
Rams.
got into, from what I'm hearing, he got in a physical altercation with Zach Taylor.
KP, see, that's just what I mean.
Oh,
That's just what I mean, KP, by when I say what's going on with Claypool, man. And the guy's frustrated, not winning. You know what I mean? It's just
That's the phase diva receivers go through.
it's
You
the
got to
same thing.
realize that.
It's just about the same thing
Yeah,
there. You
Fred,
know
it's
what I
a
mean,
fine
KP?
line. It's a fine line
There it is,
between
man.
being a diva versus being an alpha, right? And sometimes you go over that line, and now you done screwed the boat pooch, and you got to get traded. So I feel you, Fred. I understand what you're saying. You're
Ain't
not
much
supposed
Yeah,
to
but
different.
be.
I
that's
mean,
him. But
Yeah,
what's his name? Ain't they're not trading away their best receiver. That's
no,
another
they're
line.
not going to trade him
The
away.
Snap
But
is not
it's
trading
this,
away their
it's
guy
this,
going
it's
anywhere.
this, it's about the same thing, man. Guys are
yeah.
frustrated with not winning, man, or what I mean, not getting targeted, and I think it's a natural thing, man.
Yeah.
Not that the
Hey.
guy's not. The guy doesn't have any marbles loose or anything like that.
Mhm.
It's just competitiveness, man. That's
So a
all.
guy
Yeah.
starts chirping to the
Yeah,
media
Terrell Owens
more
did the
Yeah.
same
liberally.
thing.
Yeah,
Anything
exactly.
short of Jamar Chase sleeping with the owner's wife, he ain't going nowhere.
wow.
Wait a minute, hold
Good
on.
grief,
Boy,
Shake.
shake,
Wait a
man.
minute.
Hey, shake.
Shake, you got some breaking
Good grief,
news?
Shake.
Damn.
I said,
Boy,
that's what
shake,
I'm saying.
man.
Anything short of free Jamar Chase sleeping with the owner's wife, he ain't going
Right.
anywhere.
Why did the movie
Yeah,
Life just
exactly.
flash to me there, Shake? The movie Life, where Bernie Mac steps out of line and says, "I'm the pappy."
Oh man.
I'm like,
Uh-huh.
damn, he pulling another Zach Wilson.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Sleeping with
Zach, man.
the MILFs.
Yeah. Watch your
Hey,
boo around Zach.
so can somebody tell me how the Cardinals are gonna how they're gonna handle this Kyler Murray situation? Because they're ready to move on from him, but dude, they got so much
They're in a
invested in this
conundrum.
guy.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
They're in
his
a
cap
pickle.
hit, if they were to cut him, his cap hit would be like 81 million, dude. That's ridiculous.
They'll be
Ooh,
so far in
good.
the hole. They're gonna have to start off from scratch, rebuild, go and get that guy from USC and call it a day.
Is he coming back this week, Mountie? When is he scheduled to come back?
I
Or is
don't
AC?
think he
Taylor
may not
Britt.
even play this season.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, is he
Is
healthy
that bad? Is it that bad?
or he's still injured?
He had a total knee job over the offseason. I know that. So, and Dobbs has been more than serviceable. And Dobbs has put
Yeah.
up some numbers.
And
Yeah.
him and Rondell Moore found a little connection.
Yeah,
Ah,
him
man.
and Wilson too, the rookie Wilson. So yeah.
I always
I
thought.
like what
I
Geno
always
Smith
thought.
doing over there in Seattle.
I call him
Oh, Gino,
Adam Ant.
Gino
He
just
sure
got
turned his
busted up.
career around.
He just got busted up this weekend, didn't he? Last weekend.
Yeah.
Who?
Gino was hot mad at it too.
Who?
Mm.
I always thought that the Dolphins should have went after Joshua Dobbs, man, for a backup if they could
I
get
thought
him
so
like
too.
that.
I
I
would
always thought
not
they
have
was
been mad if we
Fit
brought him in.
really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad with that. I would have been okay with that.
Yeah.
He's a
Well,
quality backup.
he reminds me of a Doug Williams. Well, I don't want to go that far, but it wouldn't surprise me if Joshua Dobbs continues the success he's had and
Yeah.
establishes
And
himself because he has all the
make
tools,
them think
he has
about
the
drafting a
mental
quarterback.
facilities.
Mhm. Yeah.
We'll see. I'm rooting for him, man. I like the
I tell
kid.
you what, they said last night, as of last night, it probably changed. The Chicago Bears, due to that draft pick that they did with Carolina, they will be sitting at the number 1 and number 2 picks in the draft if the season ended today. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That means
But
that if the Justin Fields become promising, they could just start stacking a team immediately with wide receivers, weapons, and other. I know Marvin Harrison to go number 1 then at that point. If they
yeah.
end up still with the number 1 pick, Marvin Harrison be the number 1 pick off the board. And then they'll just start
But in
stacking
that
with defenders and offensive linemen.
No, but here's the
If
thing.
they keep that number 1 and number 2 pick.
But here's the thing with our QB situation. We got Mike White for 1 more year. And then, of course, we got Skylar Thompson for about 3 more years after this, 2 more years after this as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, you think they're going to bring in another backup quarterback or stay pat with this quarterback room?
They will probably stay pat. Finally, they need to stay pat. I'm
Oh
not
my
saying they will
goodness.
shake, but I think they will because they won't need to satisfy a certain section of the fan base to keep distances between all the quarterbacks within the quarterback room.
What if the team does not live up to expectations this season, though, Shake? What if we
Who's
fall
listening
short?
to General? Who's
Yeah, if we
listening to
fall
General
short,
Hospital in the
then
back?
maybe they will bring in another quarterback.
Oh
Are
man.
you listening? I can hear General Hospital in the back or some shit like that. Some kind of soap opera
General
in the background.
Hospital. Oh damn! Not
kind
one
of-
like to live or Dynasty.
Mhm.
Sound like Star Trek to me, man. Come on, man.
Hey,
What about
any
Fantasy
anybody,
Island?
anybody who likes
playing?
Ivy League and
They're
college,
playing. They're
it's
playing.
it's 2 teams playing today, Cornell and Harvard. If
Yep,
you
and
like the
Morgan
Ivy
State
League,
versus Yale. Morgan State versus Yale. HBCU
no, I'm
versus
talking about
Ivy.
tonight.
The Bates
But
Motel.
FAMU plays tonight. FAMU plays. I forget who FAMU got tonight. I think Southern.
Oh, they
FAMU
play
versus
I got
Southern.
a
Yeah, I think so. Friday night special.
Oh,
I got a
well,
room at the
again.
Bates Motel in Miami. The Bates Motel.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll
Oh
be
my
staying
goodness.
here tonight, tomorrow.
Is that no, that's Jaws. That's Jaws.
Right. The Bates Motel is psycho. Norman
Yeah.
Bates is gonna be serving us some breakfast. He's making pancakes and hot links
Yeah.
and some grits.
No, I'm surprised they
In
haven't
the
done
morning.
no new movie version of Jaws.
Yeah, and he's gonna give us a Bloody Mary, literally.
Literally a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
And a bloody Tom and a bloody
And all the shovels is off limit because I don't want to get hit in the back of the head with a shovel.
So when are you coming in, Crypto? When are you flying in, Crypto? You flying in tomorrow? You flying in tomorrow, Crypto?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be in
Okay.
at 11 a.m. Around
Okay.
11, a little after 11.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave here. I'm gonna leave here around 8 o'clock.
Well, you're driving over, right, Shake?
You're leaving at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Okay,
taking
where's the tailgate? Where's the tailgate at the game? Is it Ali's tailgate that everybody's congregating on?
Ali, Stephen D not gonna be there, so it won't be the other. I don't know if DW damn, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there.
I'll probably go to Papa Paul's East 12.
Okay. Yeah.
Papa Paul, yeah. East 12. They'll be out. East 32, of course, with Cam and all them.
Right. That's the big one. Yeah.
And then
So
Ali
it's
will
3
be out there.
college games.
You'll be able to see the TFTG flag.
Yeah. Well, I might
Flying the
slide
flag.
through for the tailgate, but I'm not going to go in there.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. No, we'll see you in the morning then. We'll see you that morning.
Yeah, it's possible. It's
slide
not a
through the
certainty. It's
tailgate.
not a certainty.
How far from the stadium are you live?
I'm about 45 minutes south, 45 minutes to an hour south of the stadium. So.
Oh, you south of the stadium, so you close to the Keys or Key Largo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
if Greg's on the panel, Greg, you need to turn to WWE. Your boy is on.
No, he's not on.
I gotta go to the Keys eventually. I'm gonna have to go one of these.
Shout out to Kevin Lee. What's
The
good,
fishing's
guys?
good, man.
What's
Oh,
good,
sorry,
guys?
Shane.
No problem. What's good, guys? What's your thoughts on this defense? We have the most points in the league, but we have given up the most points in the league. That won't get it done. We need to make some moves. I agree with you 100%. Thank you for the donation. So we've essentially, actually, Denver's given up the most points in the league.
Yeah, but who?
If you
but
think
who
about
available?
it, They're slightly ahead
Only
of
one I
us, I
know is
think,
very
right?
about this.
Well,
Kenneth Dixon.
Kevin Lee, to answer your question, we addressed that earlier in the show. Maybe you weren't tuned in at that point, but basically, what I think we all agreed that it's 4 weeks in, and we need to start to see the change in the defense as of this game.
Right.
So we're looking to see the signs of a shift this week, or you might be right. You may be right if we don't see the signs that this defense is ready to improve and start dominating. But it's got to happen this week.
What's
And I
up,
don't
my
think there's
man?
nobody,
Garland.
and that's
What's up?
Garland.
Yeah,
Too. I
yeah.
don't
Go
think
Gators and
nobody
fins up for
available out
sure.
there anyway.
Hey, but
Go away,
hey, but
Gators.
hold on. Hey, go Gators. No, Crypto. If you ever do go to Key West, I mean, if you ever make a trip just to go to Key West, I'm gonna give you some advice and let me know what weekend you want to do it because I would advise you to fly to Fort Myers Airport because I could pick you up. I'm 30 minutes away from there, right? I'll pick you up and we'll take the party boat. There's a party boat. It's like 4 hours boat ride
Okay.
where they have drinks and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
It's like a party boat.
Okay.
You could spend the weekend there, and
Ready
you
to
could come
trip.
back on the party boat, the Fort Myers, drop you off. And the thing about that airport is it's so small. You don't really need that much time to you know what I'm saying. You're in and out of the airport, man. Like this.
Okay, so I'll have a layover in Tampa, or I could probably get a straight shot from DC, you think, or international airport?
Yeah, because that's when I went to Maryland. When I went to Maryland, I went out of Fort Myers to Maryland, straight direct.
Yeah, Fort Myers has a lot of
Oh, okay.
international flights these days. Oh, sorry, a
That's
lot of
what I was gonna
national
say. That
flights.
should maybe
More
take an
national flights.
international,
Yeah.
international flight.
Hey,
I mean,
KP,
out of international airport.
hey, KP, can we honestly, man, get any kind of assessment on the defense, man? Even if we do handle the Giants, bro.
Not
You
really.
can see metrics. You
Not
can't get a
really,
true
right.
assessment, but you can
Yeah,
see
man.
where, okay, that you can see maybe some improvement is happening. That's why I say you have to skew the numbers so great to make it look like you're really truly improving beneath the surface.
Yeah, because even next week
You have
against
to have a number
Carolina,
skew so
with
great in
Bryce
your
Young.
favor to say, hey,
What's
I
good,
do
JR
see some
Black? How you doing,
improvements
brother?
despite
Hope you
the
doing
trash
well.
team we playing against.
Yeah, you're right, Fred. Because even next week against Carolina with Bryce Young, he hasn't shown the ability to push the ball downfield at all.
Right,
So
because
that
you would be able to show whether your defense is still regressing or gotten worse if somebody with bad numbers like that starts succeeding against you.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's still a way to know whether or not your defense is making any kind of improvement.
But going back to
Because
Kevin
once
Lee's
those
point,
guys start lighting you up that's been having bad seasons, then yeah, you can still
but
make a
going back to
measurement.
Kevin Lee's point, we need to be primed and ready to play our best ball against that Philadelphia team. That's going to be the ultimate, SAT exam day. What you gonna do? You going to college or not? You know what I'm saying? You better score 1,300 today, or your ass
Right.
staying and doing something else. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yep.
Anyway, gentlemen, I got to get out of
That's
here.
it.
Salute, shake. Get ready for that
QB.
3-sack performance from Christian Wilkins this weekend. Okay.
I guess that's a way to measurement whether your defense is improving.
Be
Christian
prepared for
Wilkins
that
need
blue
to
and
have
orange
6
shirt.
sacks in the game.
I don't know what you're talking about,
All
man.
right.
Go away,
Blue
Gators.
and orange.
All right,
All right,
KP, my
gentlemen.
Killian brother.
Yeah, Mr. Paul, we holding down south with True Dolph fans. So we need to get up one day, Mr. Paul. Man,
Yeah,
we
you right
have
about that,
Promenade
brother.
Plaza on 152nd, exit 6. Sorry, exit 16.
That's
You
where
know
you
what I'm
at.
saying?
Man, that's
Hey,
not far from me, bro. I used to live in the Heights.
All right. Well, you know exactly what I'm talking about
Fight
then, man.
I'm
Mr.
gonna have to
Paul
do
has
some
lived all
shopping down
over,
there when I
man.
get down there. So I need
Yeah.
to find a spot where you could go pick up some items, some paraphernalia, and some items.
Well, plenty
Go
of that.
catch a movie.
Hey, I'm gonna cut out too, you guys, man. You guys have a good evening, man. I'm
You
gonna cut
too,
out
man.
too.
All right, later, guys.
Yeah. Later,
All right,
KP.
KP. All right, Fred.
We'll catch you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Got it. What you call it, man? This weekend's gonna be a nice one.
Hell yeah.
Sunny
anyway,
Florida. Go down there, enjoy some sunshine.
And anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
I think this would be a good time to shut down the show anyway, because I gotta get some cat food, and I don't want to leave the weekend without cat food because they'll drive my lady nuts. Hold on, Sharif, what's up?
Okay. Okay. Got to get.
I got to get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I
Sharif.
need to go
Yeah, Mr.
go to
Pope.
bed early.
You live close to the stadium, Mr. Pope?
Mr. Pope is
Not
the man.
really. I'm in. I'm
He
not
he
far.
he.
I'm not far from KP. I'm not too far from
Yeah,
KP.
Oh,
he's not far. He's
you
not. He
south of
lives
the
closer
stadium.
to.
You
He lives closer
downtown
to the.
Miami,
He lives closer to
the Miami
that
Heat Stadium.
university. Yeah, the no no Coral
Mr. Pope is
Gables.
in the building. How
The
y'all
University
doing?
of
What's
Coral
up?
Gables. What's going on?
What's up, Sharif? That's Sharif.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, man. I can't even begin, man. Shake Money. Appreciate you holding it down. I I
Hmm.
I, I got so many questions for you guys because it's all about the fan base's perspective, and I may be leaning a certain way, but it's good to hear another person's perspective, even if you don't agree. For
Mm-hmm.
me, I see an easy fix here in our offense because we are very intelligent men, and there's very intelligent men and women in the comments. Nobody thought that we would have passed for 2.09 seconds for the whole season, right? No. So if we knew teams would jump routes, make to a hole for 3, 4 seconds, and we knew this would happen, right? And we knew when it happened, it was like because I listened to Ace Per Head, Curtis. He said all Buffalo has to do is play to cover two and jump routes and jam, and that's in fact what they did. Now I go right back to the solution. What I said 2 years ago, crypto. If Tua says one Mississippi, two Mississippi, and his ass is out of there, he has a healed hip. His ribs is healed. His finger, his thumb is healed. He can do it. I'm not caring. He's hurt. Oh, we don't want that element. We don't want a cut. I am at the point now where someone is going to jump the route again. It's either going to be Philly or San Fran or some other hard team we have in the schedule. And two is going to have to hold the ball again, and we're going to be depending on either a weak Eichenberg if we're not sure about Connor yet, or we're going to have to depend on the Lamb not being able to handle it like Armstead. My point is this: please, Greer, McDaniel, let Tua play. Please let Tua go. Do not baby this kid. Let him play because he's not Dan Marino, and I've been hearing Big O 2 seconds and chuck it out of bounds, or like lay down and slide. What the hell are they teaching to her? My thing is this: someone will jump the routes again. Give me 15 yards a game. That's 300 yards rushing for Tua. You extend the chains like he could have done Sunday, right? So I'm asking you all: do you agree with that, or are you afraid? Or tell me what you think.
No, I remember when you said it. 19 yards a game, Maryland Buffalo averaging.
2 years. I've been
It's
saying
hard
it
to
for
do it this year.
because I knew someone would jump the routes. I knew someone would make him whole for 2.9 seconds. We're very intelligent. We knew somebody would do that and make him hold the ball. Why didn't he run? It's because Greer and
But
McDaniel is babying him. Why? Your
but
thoughts
Sharif, do
on
you think because of the defensive line is not no longer want to rush him no more because he's throwing it fast, they want to stand back and they maybe jump up, try to get some batted balls, or
there
stay at
was
home
11.
and then try to keep him from running?
Yes, there was 11 plays on the all 22 where the defensive lineman came out of his stance and jumped routes because they know he's trying to get rid of the ball. So how do you break that, right? How do you break that spell? I'm running for 11. Hut, one Mississippi, two, nothing there. I'm off. I'm off and running. Why? Because now I'm going
So
to
you
make
think it
your
need to be more design runs, or more so instinctive,
no.
not necessarily
I,
design run?
no, the same exact thing what they're doing. But if you do not see it after 2 seconds, crypto, you get your ass out of there. It's simple.
Hmm.
Nothing designed. Because if the play goes right, Tua cooks you. And if the play goes wrong for 2.5 seconds, my ass is out of there. My hip is healed.
Yeah, I mean that could be more what is I'm saying improvisation by him to keep the defenses more honest because I don't like to just use the blanket term keep the defense honest. But yeah.
because there
Yeah.
were 11 plays where defensive linemen came from their four-man stance and jump routes. So that means three rush and still got there. So that tells me that the defensive linemen are doing a reverse zero blitz. What they're doing is they're saying four, but they're dropping eight. That's a reverse zero blitz, what they're doing to Tua. So what Tua needs to do is, since everybody's going to turn their back to me, I'm going for seven.
Hmm.
Simple. That's a simple thing. They're afraid of Tua's hip. Somebody's afraid of his brain. Please, Greer, let this kid play. Your opinions, guys.
I mean, I just say it situationally. That's what I say, Sharif. I
Well,
would
you
agree to
would
the
love
extent
it
that
if
you're
the
saying.
situation be, but someone is going to jump routes again. We don't know when, but when they do, you get your ass out of there. Nothing designed. If they jump the routes, fine. You turn your back to me, I'm running and sliding for four.
Yeah. But you think it's the coaches holding them back, or is that Tua
I
wants to
think it's
wait
coach
until his receivers get
super.
open?
I think it's the organization super concerned on health.
I think
Oh,
it's
so you
both.
still think it's them concerned? Yeah, right, Mr. Polk. I think it could be a little of both.
I think it's
Because
both.
they could be like Tua
I
wants
think
to
it's.
wait because he know he's got
Hmm.
receivers that's gonna take a long time to keep up with, staying with them for over 4 seconds,
I
and he's
disagree
taking a
with that.
chance on them breaking over.
Tua said against the Jets game, he told Flores, I wanted to do it, I'll do it again. And Flores had to tell him, hey, ease up on that, man. But Tua
Right, but
wants
this
to
is
do that. He wants to trust the safety for the Jets.
right, but I still think some of that is to his
Yeah,
woods.
but I
That's
don't
why I
think
said to me
McDaniel is here
it's
telling
50
him to
50.
stop. That's what I'm saying, Siri. I think
Nobody's telling him
McDaniel gave him the
to
free
stop. The
reins
whole,
to say,
what we're
"You do
saying
what
is
you
the
have to
whole,
do."
we're
Tua
saying
makes the
that,
decision at the moment
right,
whether or
but
not to do that.
we're also saying, see,
I don't
this
think
is where,
McDaniel stopped him from doing anything.
okay, well, let me ask you this. The whole season goes down if Tua is hurt, right? So nobody even wants to take a 0% chance of that happening. My thing is, let the kid play. It's if it happens, it happens. Next man up, man. But we
I
won't
agree
win.
with
We
you.
won't beat
That's why I say it
Buffalo.
could be both. Maybe Tua knows that if he's out, he his season's out. He probably say,
That's what I'm
I want to
saying.
be conservative." Maybe it's not
Right.
McDaniel.
That's
Maybe it's
why
Tua saying that
that's why I
part too.
can't
I
that's why
don't
I'm
want to
saying
get
it
myself take
can't
a chance
be
of getting hurt.
it has to be 50-50. I'm sorry. I'm not
Yeah, it
changing
could
that
be
because
both of them. It could
right,
be 50-50,
it's
right?
right.
Okay,
It can be Coach McDaniels I think part of it is Tua as well. I
right,
mean, he Tua, like I said, with Tua, he stepped up. He's improved. He's bulked up. The thing is, he probably in the back of his mind, he realizes that if he goes down, the that the that our team is in trouble. And I don't know. That's why I say to me it's just
Hmm.
50-50. And it's not just that
Right.
with Tua. I think also too he just does he just he's still making he's still how should I say he's still progressing and it's just
right,
50-50 to me. I'm sorry, just 50-50.
right. So the timing, right? If you jam Waddle and you jam Tyreek, nobody's gonna get to 10 yards in 3 seconds. So my thing is, if you're willing to do that, do what you did in the Buffalo game where you slid down on your feet for 4 yards. My thing is, if it you got to make them come out of bump and run. And I'm talking specifically to elite teams like Buffalo and San Francisco who have Werner and then Milano. Werner is one of the best middle linebackers. These guys will jump
Hmm.
the middle route, the hook that Tyreek does that leaves Waddle open under the cushion. They jump that. So my thing is, I'm running for four. That kills the elite defense that all of a sudden Buffalo dictates because now Buffalo has to go to and write up a whole new game plan because two will run for 20 on you. You see what I'm saying? So now you have to play honest cover package and you have to keep five in there. You see what I'm saying? So this it is what it is. We're gonna never be
But after watching Tua in the Buffalo game, I didn't. I'm and also previous game,
I think he
I
had a
don't really
scramble in
see
that
them
game.
holding him back. Right, he had the scramble in
Right.
some
He
game,
had a
and
scramble in
also
that game.
too, he's making more. He's making more of his own decisions than he was the year before. So I don't think that McDaniels is really holding him back. But you know, as much you may think he is, I think he's like I said, he's learning to make more decisions and get everybody in the
I think he's
position and
doing
be
that spur of the
the
moment.
leader of the team that he's supposed to be. So right at this time, and I think he's going to eat more. He's going to get even better. So I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Sharif, you think the glove is still on him?
I think the glove is on Ramsey, Needham. I think the glove is on everyone because remember now the 4 month. I don't know how many pages they did a investigation outside of us, right? And so when you have the NFL do an investigation outside of our organization, we don't have a ruling on that. And then after that,
Hmm.
like how do you go about your business even taking care of your own baby, on your own child? Like you got to be on pins and needles taking care of your own child because some outer god will come in and give a ruling later. So this is what the Dolphins are dealing with. Period.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
And
We
I'm not
got
talking
13
about
games to
scrubs.
get it
I'm
figured
talking
out.
about how we beat elite teams. Because elite
Right.
teams are going to jump those routes. You're going to hold it for 4 seconds. Now what? Your four-man rush gets to Tua. It doesn't matter about Eichenberg. It doesn't matter about a weak line. Get your ass out of there.
Hmm. So you're saying anything being held up past 4 and not immediate pressure, you think Tua should make that decision right away after 4 seconds? Is that the time limit? Is that the time you're giving them, or how much time you think?
I think his eyes will tell him that. His eyes would say, these son of a bitches are jumping my routes again. I'm gone.
Hmm. You talking about the linebackers and corners jumping his routes?
It's no lying going on. It's very honest. It's of 11. If you got 11, 8 is dropping. That means one of the pass rushes are dropping to quickly take away Tyreek. That means you're rushing 3 and still getting to Tua. So that means if you're gonna turn your back to me, 8 people, I'm gonna slide right there for 5. Am I wrong on this? Is someone afraid of Tua's getting hurt? Yes.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna say this: I'm not as afraid of Tua getting hurt like I was in the past,
Hmm. Well,
because of
here's the thing. You also got to assess the situation
Hmm.
too. You know what I'm saying? You just can't run for the sake of running because at the end of the day, it's easier to put a QB spy on Tua than it is someone Josh Allen. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Pope.
Yeah, I was gonna say that an average linebacker probably
well,
can keep up with Tua as far as his foot speed. Hell, Jerome
no,
Baker
well,
could keep up with Tua.
Hell, an average defensive lineman could keep up with Tua. Let's be honest.
Right.
right.
Exactly. You probably don't need a spire, just a D lineman in there, right?
I'll say DN, not D tackle.
Right. A defensive end, right? Somebody like Jason Phillips. I mean Jalen Phillips
Mm-hmm.
of that caliber. Yeah.
Now it isn't because
No,
this
like
is what
Christian
I saw.
Wilkins.
It isn't even about what I saw him in Alabama. It is not about his hip is being healed. It's about you got to now Da Vinci Code what potentially San Fran and Buffalo will do to you. We have to Da Vinci Code that, and it's not up to my emotion to want to somehow he throws for 500 yards and beat them, or somehow the sun helps us win in the coming game. No, what we're gonna do is make McDermott say, God damn, this guy's gonna run for 25 on me now. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to keep 6 in the box, because he may fake the handoff to A chain, but then again, he may watch the defensive end and take off himself. Now Tyreek is already up beyond the safety. Now Tua got them right where he wants them. The linebackers crunching in, and they're really taking the play fake. And now he can do what he always did in week 1 to 3.
Right,
This is simple.
but but
But
I
you,
can
but
understand what
you
you're
won't
saying,
get that
but
respect of me running because I am not running. So the defensive line, the defensive end can drop because they know I'm not running. It's a Da Vinci code I have to break. It's not my emotion. You have to break it in order to beat Buffalo, bro.
and is that I don't think Coach McDaniels is holding them back from running. And I just think Tua is not at this point this season. He's not
He believes more in his arms than he do his legs.
right.
Rightfully so.
Exactly. Exactly. But I
So
mean, I understand what you're not
second,
really.
second
He's
and
not.
six, second and
He's
six.
not a Jalen Hurts. He's not like a Jalen Hurts
It's not. No, no,
type
no.
quarterback
See,
anyway.
that's what they. That's the sign.
Mm.
You,
Uh-oh.
you sound like you're breaking up, Sharif.
Yeah, he broke up.
The Matrix
But
got him.
listen, fellas, I gotta
Yeah.
jump off anyways.
Yeah. I'm finna
Cause I
close it
gotta do
down
some
Yeah.
anyway.
sleep.
So yeah,
So
me too.
so
Yeah.
We gotta sleep tomorrow. I know crypto. What time's the flight starting? So go ahead with your final thoughts.
Yeah, I
There,
gotta
Mr.
leave
Pope.
out at 5 in the morning.
what
Holy son of a motherfucker.
Shake Color.
There go Mountie fans.
Thanks for letting me be on the show. Crypto is always good to be on the show with you, bro.
Yeah.
Sharif, I understand what you so. Like I said, it is what it is. So, and who's man of the hour
Oh,
sports?
Yes,
Joe.
sir.
Yes,
Who-
sir. Man, that's my homeboy. We grew up together.
Okay. Oh, okay. Listen, guys, y'all take care. Have a great night. I'll see y'all on the next.
All right,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, all right, same to you, bro.
Well,
All
any,
right,
any
now.
final thoughts, my brother?
Who that? Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, man. I'm over here watching a Northwestern game and they losing
Mm.
to Central
Mm.
right now.
Oh man,
Big game, so hopefully they'll
what's
pull
the
it out.
score?
It's close. It's 7-3 right now,
Okay,
so
that's
it's
why I don't
close.
see. That's why I don't see Dr. Reggie or Nene here. They're both
Right.
Central alumni.
Oh, they
Oh,
probably at the
the high
game.
school game on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm watching it on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Who was that playing?
Okay.
It's
Northwest.
type in section 104 and then hit their live. Where the default picture is.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
had the little red ring around it that lets you know they're live. Just hit that.
On what? On YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube. It's called Section 104.
I'm looking at it right now. Hold on. Sex 104.
Sex boy. No
Oh, I
suspects in
don't
the
see any football
champagne
game,
room.
but I do see something I like. No. Section.
Oh man.
Okay, I see it now. And this is that Trash Pal too, man. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So anyway, hold on. Let me. Sharif, what are your final thoughts, man? We about to shut this down.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
Was that no
My
problem?
internet. So my final thing would be, this is pretty easy. If Fangio is smart, he would just he would just implement Flores' defense to the fullest, and then start getting the players he want next year to match his defense.
Mm-hmm.
But right
Yep.
now,
Right.
I think the smart thing to do was, and these guys have fun when it's seven dancing. I can see there's no fun in that locker room. And I'm talking from a guy who watched all of the Miami Marlins games, and I see Skip Schumacher there in that dugout. Those guys are not having fun on defense, and I see the Marlins having fun, which is why they made it to the playoffs. So my thing is when I translate not having fun for the Dolphins defense, and I say, be smart, Fangio, and implement the zero blitz for the rest of the season, and you will see a fun defensive locker room that complements the offense, is back in their own world where they belong. And I think Fangio's smart enough to do that. We'll see if he does.
All right, cool. All right, with that being said, hey, stick around, man at hour. We're gonna talk backstage, all right? So with that being said, I'm out of here, y'all. Hey man, listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and hitting the like button. I want to thank everybody who joined the panel. And remember, man,
everybody.
without you guys, you know, we want to be doing what we're doing right now. I appreciate all the love and support from everybody. So let's get this dub on Sunday, man. Let's keep it moving, baby. All right, man. With that being said, fins up. Hold on, let me get on camera. Fins up, no matter what, baby. We out of here.
Fins up, shake money.
And go Gators.